things that I read though that I started reading all of them and I kind of saw a little bit of myself in all of them.
No, you need this book that I have. There's no way you can read all of them. There's absolutely no way.
My mom, I was like reading mine to my mom, and she was like, "That's like me. That's like me." And I was like, "No,
I took like the $75 test or something.
Oh my god!
I know. Matthew bought it for me for Christmas.
Of course you did, and I love that because who the fuck would? But yes.
Yes. And I took it, and so my 2 highest numbers are 1, which is what I am, and then an 8. But like when I read the actual stuff on it, I'm like, I'm not an 8 at all. I have 8 like tendencies.
Right.
Definitely not.
Well, my mom took it and she was like, I don't know, she told me what it was. And she was like, but I want to be a 1. I think I'm more of a 1. So 1 you can't fucking pick.
Yeah.
Like, if it's telling you you're a bitch, it's probably because you're a bitch.
Okay, guys, we're on.
Oh. Hey, everybody.
Wait, okay.
Are we live now?
Yeah, we're on now.
Right on the dot, right?
I don't know how to do. Oh my goodness.
Okay, we'll figure it out in like 2 seconds. Give me like 5 seconds, okay?
I don't know what I'm telling you about this. I feel like it's not going to work.
No, it'll work fine.
Because you guys have iPhones.
54 right now.
Wow. Hey guys.
Hi.
Hey. Welcome all 54 of you
Hi.
to our YouTube live stream number 2 to celebrate season 2. Welcome.
I'll go find the comments.
Thank you for joining us. We know we're on Pacific time, and a lot of you guys are joining us from other countries, other time zones. So thank you for joining us past your bedtime.
And in honor of you, we wore pajamas.
We're wearing PJs. I'm wearing a onesie. I don't know what I'm doing, but this is me showing it off. Yeah, thank you guys. We had so much fun the first time. We figured we'd do it again and again and again
nice.
and again and again. We are here promoting our Indiegogo campaign. For season 2, we're trying to fund season 2. We only have 2 days left, right? Yeah, if you can, give us $1 or $2.
Take your parents' credit card.
Steal your parents' credit card and so what's going on, guys? We can't see.
We can't see your comments yet.
I'm gonna get the thing.
They're working on getting your comments up. We can't see them yet, but we're gonna see them in a bit. In the meantime, Katie's just gonna spit at you.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't you.
Oh, Katie's just gonna spit at me. Cool. So, what you guys doing?
Should we check in with ourselves?
What do you mean?
We got the script for season 1.
We got it.
It's gonna actually happen.
Pals.
If you didn't see today,
we read season 2.
We read season 2. It's wild.
All right, well then let's go. Each person give, and you have to say this in 5 sentences.
That's a lot.
No, 5 words.
5 words
of your impression of the script.
Yeah. 5
Okay.
sentences is a lot, but my sentences are typically like dumb.
Your sentences are so long. Not dumb, just long.
Like, yeah.
Okay. So in 5 words, who wants to start?
I got it.
Or can it be a haiku?
Be literally whatever you want.
Okay.
The
haikus
can I
are
do
more
a
than
shout
5
out?
words.
Well,
sometimes.
575 or
We
757?
live stream it
It's
to
575.
and it actually has to
And it has to
technically
be
be
about nature.
Well, yeah, but
The
this is
concept.
Could it be about the
sexual
nature of
nature,
gender sexuality?
I understand that that's part of a haiku, but one year I made everyone do birthday haikus for me, which is not about nature, and it was.
It is. It's about the nature of your birth.
I guess. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Nature is supporting me. This is what friendship looks like.
very vague.
This is like really no.
I have 5 words for Gal Pal season 2.
Okay, go ahead.
Gay, gay, gay.
You already used 3 on 1 word?
Bi,
Okay, here's one.
gay.
Very descriptive.
That's it. That's all I got.
Her vocabulary.
Okay, I got 5 words.
Your turn.
No, you got someone else.
Drag them through the dirt.
Hey, yep, that's accurate.
That's good.
Those were good. 5 good words.
Somebody needs to take these away from me. You're vegan.
I am just recently vegan, everyone. Man, what are my
Tell us
5
about
words? Hold on.
Tell us your 5 words for season 2.
I have no words. Speechless.
That's great.
But that was 5 whole words, so you can't say that you're speechless and have no words when you've just had 5.
But they both
I
meant
don't-
the same thing.
that doesn't-
I have no words.
It's like
Speechless.
it doesn't make any sense.
I like
Man, I don't even know. I feel like I've been
Man,
processing.
I don't even
for days.
know. Man, I don't even know.
There we go.
I know how big that is, but then like when you watch it, you're gonna be like, it all adds up.
Everything that you wanted from season 1.
Episodes are longer.
Episodes are longer.
I just feel like deeper. That's the
We
word.
get
That's the one word.
deeper.
It's just like literally deeper.
In
It's just
every
deep.
sense.
I related to each character like 5 times more. I was like, there was one, like at least one point with each character, multiple, but like at least one specific point for each that I was like, I've been there, or like oh my god, yes, like I get that, like
Absolutely.
so that was cool.
I
New
feel like
characters. Did you
I
see
feel
that
like
they
we're
have new characters?
talking to ourselves because we can't see their comments yet.
Yeah, well,
Sorry.
You don't feel like that. You
Hold your
That's
good
exactly
comments.
what's happening.
For seconds.
We
I want to be able to like talk with you
We're
guys.
not actively ignoring you. We
The
just
time
don't
is like
have
hard.
time.
ruin your day.
I know I am. I should put them
I
away.
tried.
You tried and you succeeded.
Sarah's like, don't worry, I'll work on getting your comments up. And I just look over and she's like watching YouTube videos.
She's doing some work. She's actually working though. Like she's got a job.
But,
I
like,
don't have a job.
Just plugging into
Yeah.
I do have a job. I serve eggs.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's really gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be life changing. I'm in myself.
We have a live show and she's so
That's
perfect.
I love ruffles. I love ruffles. They were so good.
They're great.
Can we cheers really quick to
Hey.
say some dope?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Saison dope.
Yeah, there's new gals and new pals.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys might have seen on our Instagram announcement earlier today.
So you can go and like click
so
on their
that's
profiles.
exciting. It is.
See what their
extremely
past work
exciting.
is.
It's actually one thing that I thought about when I saw that announcement was how incredible it is that Sarah and Callie were able to write such a compelling season of a web series with just 5 characters. Because that's like that's all like it was just the 5 of us, and,
Yeah.
you know, and we all like it was.
It's also packed to the brim. Like there isn't a moment where you're like, oh, downtime for a conversation. No, it's like
Yeah,
It's
entertaining. Worthy.
yeah, the whole time it's go, 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 go.
Yeah.
Also, BT Dubs last time we did this, I had a 101-degree fever. I was sick, and now I'm not sick. So if you're like, wow,
Yeah,
she's
but she did get
talking
Callie
more.
sick.
Yeah.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
you didn't tell me.
Okay, we can
Okay,
see your
I'm
comments
fine now.
now.
Outside of a gay
Yay.
bar. What gay bar? Tell us what gay bar.
Are these big enough?
Is it
Yeah.
in
Yes,
California?
this is perfect, amazing. Thank you, Sarah and Callie. You guys are the best.
Regina Busick.
Sorry, we have to catch up on your comments now. I'm so psyched right now.
That's probably
Notice
fine,
me,
though,
Katie.
yeah.
Love your Insta. Kat Matthews wants you to notice her. It's with an IE, so she means you, not me.
Is that your journey?
There
Just
are
about
8 episodes of Gal Pals.
It's crazy blurry. Sorry, it's because we're coming at you live. That's why it's blurry. I
Hi,
think.
Blue Pony.
Unless there's like a focus feature.
It's better
Are we out of focus?
Because it's the backlight.
I don't know. I can't tell. I think it's just because it's
I
live.
think it's just
It's 5 a.m. Where it woke me up.
Just one
It's
family
really
member.
worth it. You guys are amazing.
You're dedicated.
Oh my gosh.
Gal Pals Pajama Party, yes. Here we are in my onesie. I'm so excited. It's because they're amazing. I love the show. These are really kind comments. I was waiting for you guys to like ask questions, but I'm just like reading a bunch of praise for us, which makes me happy. So thank you.
gonna be 8 episodes in season 2.
Hey, from
Yes.
New Zealand.
To
We
add.
love Kiwis.
New Zealand. Wow. What time is it there?
Well, like 19 hours ahead. Australia is 19 hours ahead, aren't they, on a similar time zone?
Wild.
I went to go today.
Yeah, me too. Hey, from Canada. Hi, Canada.
Hi, Canada.
How about that?
Chips, anyone? We were eating.
Let me have your red wine. This needs to happen.
They're vegan chips.
They're vegan. For everyone who
Um,
doesn't know, I just went
You
vegan.
can't get any more gay than
Anna's
flannel
vegan
chips.
right now.
Yeah, Anna, tell us about being vegan right now.
Yeah.
And then I can tell you about the time I was vegan.
All right.
Bond.
I can tell you about how I've fucked up being vegan on Thanksgiving.
Wow. Yeah, that's
I watched What the Health.
That's why my mom went vegan.
I watched What the Health, and I watched a couple other documentaries, and I've been kind of like, But I watched that, and I thought, what if I'm gonna feel much better if I go vegan? So these are vegan, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
are Oreos, I think.
They
Yeah,
are.
Oreos are vegan.
There's actually a
They're
lot
made
of really
plastic.
bad foods for you that are vegan, technically.
Yeah.
I try not to eat them because that probably defeats the purpose.
Oh, it's
but
10:25 a.m. in Australia. That's actually like
Oh.
a reasonable time to be joining us.
It's like breakfast.
Yeah. Well, like,
I love
have your
popcorn,
morning
Pat
coffee with
Matthews.
you.
I'm obsessed with
Sorry, I didn't
popcorn.
mean to interrupt you.
No, it's
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real. This is probably gonna offend some people. I'm not going vegan because I don't think that animals should not be eaten.
She hates animals.
No.
I think
Favorite
that
movie is Blackfish.
what?
That was
That breaks my heart though. I don't think the animals should ever be zooed. I don't.
Yeah.
I think that they were put on this earth
I'm
for
with
we to
you.
eat them. But unfortunately, the way that the food industry works, they pump chemicals, antibiotics, all this stuff into them that I don't want in my body, and it makes me feel bad. And I literally feel like I've had a triple espresso all day long.
It's amazing.
I feel amazing for the past week and a half. So
I went
vegan. It's amazing.
I went vegan the month of February.
Oh,
Last
yeah.
year, we were filming the tail end of Gal Pals, actually. And the biggest thing I learned was an appreciation for hunting. Because I did it for a couple of reasons. But the biggest one I read was that one person going vegan has the same impact on climate change as one person switching to an electric car. And I was like, hey, guess what? I can't afford an electric car, but I can afford to go vegan. So, and then like health reasons and
Okay,
because
cool.
the meat industry is
So,
crazy.
yeah.
Um,
And dairy.
and yeah, like the way that but I learned such a, like, I really admire people who go out and hunt for their own food
Mhm.
and use the entire animal.
Yep. Basically, I want to have my own cow, my own chicken, my own eggs. I want to
Yeah.
do it all, but I can't do that now. Like,
Go,
so for now,
nice.
that's what I can do.
So it's piggybacking on what you were saying about its impact on the environment.
Mhm.
There's this whole other reality that comes from the meat industry called environmental racism. And you can see videos of where they take the waste from like pork farms.
What are you guys talking about?
Being vegan, pork farms,
Sorry.
it's just a pool of waste and then they pump it out by spraying it into the neighborhoods, which is mostly neighborhoods of people of color.
Whoa.
Just like the middle of the country.
They talk
Yeah.
about that.
So yeah, environmental racism is a thing, and if you ever consider
Wow.
going vegan or vegetarian or just lowering your meat intake, you're actually making a huge difference.
Remsen.
Remsen!
I spotted
Remsen.
Where? I don't see.
Oh,
hi,
hi,
Remsen.
Remsen.
I appreciate that.
Guys, let me know you want from Thai too.
I want some Pepsi.
Yeah, so we got one of those.
That's a Sarah order.
A curry.
Soft tofu.
I think everyone's
curry.
ordering their own thing.
Oh no.
Oh,
I'm not ready
What?
for this. I don't know. Something vegan. I don't know what that looks like.
Soft
something
tofu.
spicy, something with a noodle. If
Anything
anyone-
with
I
tofu.
can't do that. You need to.
Soft
anything-
tofu, green
Where's my phone?
curry,
I can-
extra spicy.
Give us Tana.
Yeah.
We're not
We-
drunk.
that's-
we're not drunk. We're just excited.
We're
Just
two
really
sips
excited
in for
wine.
season 2 and about political activism.
And Thai food.
So just
Um,
drunk,
and Thai
you're
food.
drunk with excitement.
Drunk on life, drunk with excitement.
Vegan Thai food.
How did you guys spend your New Year's?
Gay bar.
I went to a gay bar. I did too, actually.
I was the maid of honor at a wedding and gave a fantastic speech.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh. Okay.
Fun.
Go you.
I was
Michigan.
in bed by 10:30. Nice. Really nice. And then I woke up and all my neighbors like, yeah, huzzah! And I was like, but I was also sick. But
Yeah, but
Right,
you
tell me,
spent,
would
the,
you-
you spent the New Year healing.
write it down.
Yes.
But like, what if there's like, are we gonna do double of things? Because everybody's getting things I already like.
What?
When they make
Are we doing
curry-
get
family
something
I
that
think we're doing this family style.
I'm eating my own food.
Oh, you are?
I thought we were just
Oh, then I wanna.
we can't decide what to do for dinner.
But you guys can go whatever you want.
Family problems.
all right, let's
Continue on.
Okay, yeah.
Shout out to my friend Sydney.
Hi Sydney.
Hi, Sydney.
She's watching from Seattle.
Wow.
Is it Sydney Stice?
Yes,
Hey,
that's
Sydney.
her.
Thanks
Day
for watching
after
from
sleepover,
Seattle.
aka I slept while my friend slept on my living room couch.
Oh. Nice.
Alright, so
Um,
let's break down the pajama inspo.
Yeah, what are
channeling.
What are the pajamas?
Yeah, tell us about
All of our morning birds.
pajamas.
Yeah, curry is
They're
good.
all
Curry
so
is vegan.
styled for your
You can also, like,
personalities.
I'm wearing a onesie because I'm wearing a
Like,
onesie.
make it vegan.
Wait,
There's
nice.
no inspo necessary.
Yeah, but you're wearing a onesie.
Clearly
Scarlett's
it's,
in a silk robe.
Okay, so here's what happened. Last night on the group chat, I said, hey, can I wear a onesie tomorrow? And Sarah was like, yeah. And
What was it like?
with that voice? She was like, yeah. And then Scarlett was like, well, then I'm wearing a robe. And then Anna and Katie were like, cool, we're gonna wear sweats. And now we're here. Here we are. This is my onesie. I wear it all the time, and I think it makes me look quite comfy and stylish.
This is my onesie that was almost in Don't Talk About My Tits. Or
That's
not
my
my onesie.
It is a robe.
My robe.
I was almost in Don't Talk About My Tits.
They're talking about, we're talking vegetarian dinner options.
Can there be a communal Patsy?
I bet you do.
We're doing it.
I bet you look
Okay, you're gonna
amazing in a
get
onesie because onesies are amazing. And
Look how scary I look.
Can you guys answer the meme question?
What?
What memes do you like?
do you like?
Oh. My favorite meme right now is the little boy. If we're talking about still memes or like vines, I'm gonna talk about a vine.
Yeah, we talked
Okay.
about vines last time.
Okay, my favorite one is the little boy, and he's licking frosting off a plate, and then the camera gets really close in his face, and he goes,
You actually talked about that vine last
it's
live
the best
stream.
one.
What is this, a rerun?
It's a rerun. For those who did not make it last time.
Yeah, that's true. It's not all the same gals and pals.
We could just do the
Also,
Also, Back at It Again at
Where's that
Krispy
one
Kreme
down for
is
you?
really good.
Do you want
You know what
Pinterest
I
or so?
really like is I forgot what I was gonna say. Maybe I am drunk.
Ooh, shouts out to one of my new favorite meme accounts, Meme Feels. Meme Feels on Instagram at Meme Feels. It's really good. Also, Harsh Toke. That's a little like NC-17 though, so you didn't.
I need to like look at my Facebook.
Wait, favorite movie, you guys?
Oh, favorite movie?
Oh, TV movie shit.
Oh, favorite ship.
Oh shit.
Ooh, oh shit.
Like
What's your
relationship?
favorite ship? Yes. What's your favorite?
I figured that out.
Your
OTP.
OTP.
What's your OTP, Anna?
My OTP. Oh, you guys.
Roll back.
Oh, I love.
Let's see.
You can't say anyone in this room except me.
So
Do you
I,
make an appearance?
Welcome to
The
Chili's.
public's not
Welcome to Chile.
why am I making you nervous, Lou Thomas? Because I'm so far away from
I tried to move it closer.
That's
You almost made me drop my croissant.
You almost made me drop my croissant. Yeah, I watch a lot of vines.
When the sister says, I thought you, how does it go? It's like, I thought you were.
Oh, she goes, hi, I'm lesbian.
Oh
I thought you were American.
Yeah, that one is so good too.
Yeah, hi, welcome to Chili's is great. I
I can't think of ships right now, but I am really happy that in season 4 of Broad City, spoiler alert, you asked the question and I'm going to answer. Alana gets back with.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Wow, that is a spoiler. I don't watch that show. I know I should, but I don't watch that show, so I don't know what you're talking about.
That's my.
Is that a weed? I'm calling the police.
No, where? Oh yeah.
What is this?
Tree now, more like
Tortilla.
Oh, so we do jammies?
What?
We do discuss jammies?
I was writing
We
my
kinda
order.
Okay, someone's talking her.
Do you like Doctor Who? Is that a real question or is that a meme right now?
I've seen Carmilla. I've seen the first 2 seasons. It's a really dope web series. I love it.
T-shirt and
I've seen their Instagram.
Nice.
I've looked at deep into the
2 leads are hot.
Hurricane Tortilla?
Just saying.
I like the guy that's like,
Oh my god, welcome to Gal's meme corner.
hesitate, bitch.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking
which
about?
one?
It's like a little boy, and he's like, I won't
Yeah.
hesitate.
Rebecca! I don't know.
I also like the guy. He's strumming there. He's talking to the guitar, and he goes,
That's how I end it.
I love
"I love you,
I
bitch.
love you, bitch.
I ain't gonna stop
I
loving
love you. I'm never gonna stop loving you, bitch." That one's really good. That's like a really positive one to share with your friends.
Did anybody ever see
what to share with your
Yeah, because you're like, I love you. I'm never gonna stop loving you.
there was a cartoon like forever ago. It was a Canadian cartoon because it was on VN. Do you remember VN?
Fuck yeah, I remember the end.
It was like
Was it Daria?
it wasn't. I do love Daria, but no, it was Daria. It was called O'Grady. Did you ever watch O'Grady?
What?
That
Sounds
sounds
familiar.
kind of familiar.
Oh my god, it was so funny. And there was this one episode And this guy, one of those girls was dating this weird loser, like, artist guy who, like, was really sad all the time, just, like, played his guitar. And he, like, wrote this song about different body parts. And he wrote a song about her ears. And it was really funny. And now you're not remembering it, so the story is becoming stupid.
It's obsolete.
I don't remember this, but it sounds.
It's
I want someone to write.
Have
a song
any of you
about my
watched
ears.
Winona Earp?
No.
Earp?
I have
No.
not.
No.
I hear it's very lovely and
I always
gay.
meant to.
So I would like to eventually. I love that vine. Miss Keisha, oh my gosh, she fucking did.
I think I've seen that one actually.
There's also I smell like beef.
Yeah, that one's my favorite. But I referenced it last time.
And then has anybody ever told you you look like Beyonce? No.
No.
They say I look like Larissa. Who's that?
Me. Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder over Rose Byrne for sure.
I don't even know who that is, but Winona Ryder.
Yeah,
every
Rose
day,
Byrne is
Rose Byrne.
Byrne.
God.
I'm gonna look her up.
Winona.
Why are
Winona. Why are you
Wins
saying
we're all growing?
What
Oh,
is it?
I
Winona?
just realized that's
She also has her little East Coast accent.
Oh, see, I thought that was
I
Rose
have
Byrne.
an accent.
She's
Winona
she's
Ryder's
this-
amazing.
She's the girl in Bridesmaids.
Yeah, she's the bride.
Why would that be the person that is
Yeah, why is that
compared
competition?
to Winona Ryder? Is she?
I mean,
So
I like
funny,
them
I don't know.
both separately
No.
for different
It's a
reasons.
question.
Wait,
Get out of
one?
here.
Question.
Go home.
Oh my goodness, I just did a
I
dance
left
to
my
that.
heart into the Santa Claus. What was your
Anybody
first time
watches-
at a gay bar like? Oh shit. Okay, well I was at
Oh.
I went to
Okay,
a
we have to go in a row. We got to go in a row. We can't talk over each other.
Yeah, sorry, you go ahead.
Okay, so my first gay bar was Doll Night. It was called Doll Night at Hamburger Mary's in Long Beach, and they recently changed location, so it was still when it was like in like basically something that's the size of a normal restaurant. And I remember that I was dancing. I was sandwiched between two girls, and I was wearing a romper. And one of them, and I was like 18 because it's an 18 plus club, and one of them stuck their fingers into my romper, and I was like,
Consent.
not consensual, but I was just like, oh my god, that was like really, it's like it was a girl. It was just like they tried to slip it in, and like I didn't let them, and I was like, I can't dance with you anymore.
Did they not know it was a
Not
romper?
okay. No, they knew it was a romper.
So then they didn't get it in because it's a romper.
No, girl.
I mean, it was a short. It was like a yeah. You I can't.
Anyways,
I was like,
I'll
leave
you me. I've tried.
I was okay though. It didn't stop me from going to gay bars.
I have a similar story. My first time at a gay bar, I was assaulted. A man stuck his hand up. A man stuck his hand inside of me. I was like, I remember I was wearing a ring that went over two of my fingers. Or no, it was this hand. It was a giant zebra that went over two fingers. It's my favorite ring. It broke and made me sad. And I turned around and just went like this. And I said, don't you fucking touch me. And he like ran away from me on the dance floor, which was hilarious. But like, that was my first experience at a gay bar. At a gay bar. And like, it was very disheartening because like,
Terrifying.
yeah, and terrifying because you go to gay bars like
Thinking that they're gonna be like
away
super
from
safe
that.
spaces, but
This was at a bar in Austin, and it was at a time when a lot of the gay bars in Austin were being frequented by men looking for the women who were going to gay bars to get away from the women. Like when I was in college, that was like a thing that was happening at the gay bars. And not that makes it forgivable, but that's like a thing. And then my first time at a gay bar here, the first time I went to the Abbey here in LA, like the first thing that happened to me as I was walking down the steps was a guy grabbed my ass. And I was like, what is
that
happening?
shouldn't happen anywhere.
Right, please.
I'd like fried tofu as well.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's really weird that okay, Kat Matthews, it's actually something I would love to talk about. Kat Matthews asks, can we talk about how there are absolutely no lesbian bars in the US? After 2 years ago when I finished watching The L Word, sorry, I'm changing the topics before everybody got to my first gay bar experience.
Well,
You go ahead.
this kind of piggybacks off that though.
Yeah.
So I went to college in Richmond, Virginia,
Yes.
and
And
we had one gay bar that I knew of. It was a drag club, and it was like amazing to go to. It's called Godfrey's. It's amazing. Still live in Richmond. Check it out. Because the women, the people there that perform know what they're doing. Let me tell you. But my friends and I would go to like watch performances. Like we would go because these people like killed it. Like killed it. And I've seen RuPaul, so I know like good.
Somebody said come to Brazil. Somebody told us to come to Brazil.
Are you gonna fly us out?
Yeah, you gonna pay for those tickets.
My first gay bar was in WeHo, and I went to the same bar twice. I can't remember.
Coyote Ugly.
No. No, it's some country seat. I don't remember what it is.
I actually know what you're talking about, and I don't remember what it's called either.
Anyway, all the guys dance on the tables. They do like little miniature performances.
What's
What's it called? Think about that.
Saddle something.
Yeah. Play Me Saddle.
Yes.
I don't know why I was thinking.
You're in LA.
Yeah, Play Me Saddle.
Yeah.
Anyway, I went twice, and I have two friends that work down there. And like the first night, we had a blast. It was great. Just a lot of dancing, a lot of watching dancing was awesome. And then the second time I went there, I went with my fiance at the time, and a gentleman hit on him. Not just he basically asked for sexual things with him in the bathroom, and he said, "No, thank you. I'm with my fiance who's right next to me." And he goes, "Your fiance doesn't have to know." In front of me!
This one.
And I was like, "No, sir, I do have to know, and it's not happening. Thank you, though. I appreciate that you're hitting on my husband because he is an attractive man. Thank you."
Wow.
Now I'll go back to the whole there's no lesbian bars because I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think I've ever seen one.
They actually don't exist anymore. After I watched the L Word, I looked this up. I Googled like best lesbian bar specifically in LA. And I found out that there was one, I don't even remember what it was called, but the last one closed in like 97 or something. And it was like a huge, like I read all of the news articles of like when they announced when it was closing. It must have been later than that because all of the articles were on the internet. Maybe it was 2007. I get the 90s and the 2000s mixed up a lot. But all of it was like, oh, the last lesbian bar in America is closing, and it was like a huge deal. And it was, I kid you not, it was a block and a half away from where I live right now.
Wow.
And
Oh my god, that's so convenient.
it was a huge
Why did it
like
close?
because they don't make enough money because like they're invaded by men. They're like it's just like
Because of misogyny.
or because
Economic.
sorry yeah, I don't like it was but what's is that there are a lot of I think that it's more in the culture for young gay men to go out and spend money on drinks than it is for gay women, but I also think that it probably would be more for gay women if there were more opportunities for gay women to go out and spend their money. So it's sort of like this weird vicious cycle thing I think that's happening. There are a lot of gay bars that didn't have this, and
Like weekly.
yeah,
If they're.
but they're always on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
Always. They are always on Wednesdays or Thursdays, except I did find one that's on Fridays called Fantasy Friday, and it is amazing. But like
That's not the bar though. The bar should think like,
yeah. I
why
wish
don't we
there
do
was,
a
like,
thing where every either
Do they
Friday,
do
Saturday, or
lesbian
Sunday
and
night?
gay night?
That's what she's talking
That's what I'm
about.
talking about. They have nights like just for
Yeah,
women.
or why don't they alternate like every Friday it's either guys' night or it's girls' night, and they alternate every other night, to, like, or every week, like you know, for a
Probably,
Friday.
but
It'd be
there's no place for just women to go like, hey, it's a Tuesday night, I want to grab a beer with a friend and like be in a safe environment and not be hit on by men.
I'm saying on top of this.
Unfortunately,
No, yeah,
it's
yeah.
probably because women just don't go out as much as guys do.
Right. I think that's a lot of it, but I think that if they had the opportunity,
I
they
don't-
would.
Do you think women go out less than guys?
I think it's a personality thing. I don't
I
think
feel
that's
like
a gender thing.
guys might go out and party a little bit more. I think that girls want to have conversation and talk and not have to scream over. I mean, at least that's how I feel. I don't want to be screaming.
Well, that's
over
what I was
music
saying about-
constantly.
Like I think it's
Especially if I'm trying to find a relationship in the midst of it.
Yeah, but a bar usually, regardless of what its like theme is like
Yeah.
a place where you can have a conversation.
This is to
Like,
you guys. So for people that are studying right now, people that are watching, people that are in college, people that are in school, people that are in middle school, high school, I don't really care where you are. But people that are like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. Look for things like this, pockets of like what's missing in society, and see if that interests you. And if it does, do it, change it. This is the era
Bring the
of
lesbian bars back to
making
America.
change.
I do actually. That's one of the things I want to do when I'm rich and eccentric is open a lesbian bar. That's great.
I'd be like,
that
cheers.
that and own a donkey.
You'd be like, cheers.
Interesting.
We
That's
call
more
it. We can call it
The
pros.
donkey.
Pros.
Somebody asked us how old we all were. So 23.
Again,
24.
26.
27. I win.
Have you ever heard of pee parties?
No. What's a pee party?
No.
What?
It might be potty party. It's either pee party or potty party. I think it's a German thing. My friend told me about this.
Deutschland.
It's really cool. So it's
Is
like no, it is. It's really funny.
Waiting for this explanation.
So here's the explanation. What happens is there's like a time that the pee party, potty party, whatever begins. And if there's any Germans watching, please prove me wrong if this is not in your
Oh
culture.
my god, what are you talking about?
So what happens is they give like a time. So let's say like 7 o'clock. Like pee
Is
party
it in the
starts.
are
It's in
the
a bar.
buckets involved?
No,
Oh, never mind.
not at all. So
I'm
they're
thinking
like,
something different.
so it's like at 7 o'clock. Okay, cool. So everybody comes, and at 7 they close the doors. Everybody, gets in there. And all of the drinks are either like half off or on the house completely until someone takes a leak. And so everybody's chugging as fast as they can to get as drunk as they can, as fast as they can. But then they also have to pee, and they don't want to be the person to break the seal. So they're like,
That sounds like that one time that woman died
Dangerous.
when there was like a radio contest in California, and it was Hold Your Wee for a Wee when the Wees just came out, and so it was like in Sacramento, it was like in NorCal. Some
like
woman
something
died
similar.
because she held her pee for so long. So
yeah, but this like the consequence is just like
it was like over 24 hours, and then had them drinking water. It was like
if you don't pee and then that becomes fatal, that's
You can
that,
look it
you're
up.
taking the pee party
Hold Your
too
Wee for a
seriously.
Wee.
too far. for
Yeah,
sure.
that's on you. That's not on the
Why are we
pee party.
talking about this?
But you guys.
And
who's the mom of the group?
Answer that question.
What
Who's
question?
the mom of the
Who's the
group?
mom of?
I think
some
Sarah and
people
Callie are our moms.
yeah,
literal moms.
They take care of us.
No, like we actually call them mom.
they are.
Yeah, they're our moms.
Like actually, we call them
That's true.
mom.
She started calling them mom.
Yeah, it's well
and
because
then I started calling.
when
them
I
mom.
first, this was like the first, I think, big project that I got when I moved out here. Because I moved out in August, and then this started in October,
Of 2016.
2017. No,
It started
2016.
October 2016.
Ew!
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
2016.
That's
So,
just
so
Yeah.
bizarre.
On
But
my birthday.
But yeah, so I felt like such a baby because I didn't know anybody. I didn't know any like place, and like Callie and Sarah had already been here for like a good year, at least. And then they kind of like took me in, and we became friends on top of the project. Other projects I worked on, like we were friends, but like not like close. And like these gals had just like stuck around, and then they would like drive me places. I know I fell asleep in your car when we were like
Oh yeah.
waiting to move to a different location. But yeah, so then like I started calling them moms because my mom's in Virginia. I love you, mom.
Do you want more?
But then
I'm giving you more.
That's cool. And then like and then we all collectively were just like, yeah, they brought us together. We're their children, so they're the moms of the group.
Thank you.
But I could totally see Anna being a mom.
I guess so.
Anna's
I feel
gonna be a mom.
like that's
Anna's
the
going
thing
to
we
be-
always assume is like Anna's the.
Just because like I feel like out of all of us, she has a Pinterest.
I don't know. I feel like Katie Aaron's let me sleep on her couch.
Do you?
That's pretty mom-like.
I have a Pinterest account.
I'm definitely going to be a mom in the future. Whether or not I'm going to be a good mom is the question.
Just
You'll be
I'll
alright,
be a mom.
No, I do too.
I'm going to mom so hard.
Anna's been talking about having children since I've met her.
Are you
so-
okay?
I sliced my finger.
Oh shit.
Oh, mom moment. What?
Oh, Scarlett just sliced her finger, everybody.
No.
Marty, how bad is it?
Yeah,
guys.
question. Yeah, you can go.
What? It's like a.
You okay, babe?
No, did you get this? My mom gave it. Oh, okay.
This is why I'm not the mom. I'm the dad.
It's a Neosport and a Band-Aid.
Look who of us ran over to make sure and Scarlett was not bleeding. I didn't even. Alright, let's answer some questions.
Okay, ask questions, like really cool ones.
Donate to Indiegogo.
Also
we have
donate.
like less than 2 days left.
Guys, we got less than 2 days left. Please donate to our Indiegogo. We need to make that moolah. Did you guys see the new character announcement on our Instagram? Which characters are you most excited to see?
What was your first girl crush?
I know.
Like celebrity crush or like real person crush?
I
think
knocked
it's up
it
to you
over.
to decide. I'll answer both. How was she?
I'm sorry. Say that one more
She's
time.
okay.
Okay.
First.
First.
Okay.
Whichever came first, chicken or egg.
Yes. Oh, it was Britney Spears and
Oh, right.
I talked about this last time. I watched the Slave for You video like way
Yes,
too
and then all
many
the
times.
pursuits.
Still do to this day. That video is amazing.
Thank you so much.
I like Topanga Beth from Boy Meets World. She's amazing.
Yep.
All of you might be too young to know who that is. I'm be real, but now they have Girl Meets World.
Did you?
No.
I watched
Oh,
an episode. Are we almost?
Yeah, but also I liked Misha Barton in the OC.
You would. What about Olivia Wilde?
Dylan.
What about Olivia Wilde?
Oh my goodness! Literally,
Olivia
they go
Wilde.
lesbo for each other. That is the hottest makeout scene I've ever seen. Literally, her mom's like making toast and they're like making out behind her. I have the whole image in my head right now. She's very attractive. That was a very true part of the script. Olivia Wilde is a magical woman in the OC. She like dyes her hair purple. And
Oh,
she's
I know.
super
In the
sexy.
OC, right? And she's just so like
And she comes in and she plays a bi character and she hooks up with Seth and she hooks up
Yeah.
with Misha Barton.
Here
and that
comes
is
our wounded little
amazing.
pigeons.
such a sexy moment.
Pigeon.
Can I look at it?
Let's.
Do you need stitches?
I don't think so. I hope not.
Oh, you're gonna be fine. Oh, different cut. Let me see. I thought it was that. Oh.
Do you guys have band-aids?
I think
Oh,
it needs
yeah.
to.
We're just putting pressure on it.
Yep.
until it's just,
Hold up.
See?
I'm
Callie's
okay.
mom. My first girl crush.
Scarlett, lift up your hand.
Who's the gay Disney princess?
Elevated?
Well, what else? My first girl crush.
Oh, I want to answer this.
Judge me as you will.
Here we go. Here we go.
I can't wait. Trying to think of which movie it was in. Oh, Kristen Stewart in Catch That Kid.
Oh my god.
I was like,
Wow.
dang, girl climbs a water tower. Like, I also climbed water towers. I think I'm also
Kristen
kind of
Stewart.
in love with myself a little bit. So like, I was like, ooh, I see myself in her. No pun intended, but like I see. But like I kind of like, I don't know, like it related, and then I was like, yeah, that's to quote Jackie from that '70s show. If I could run across the beach into my own arms, I would. But it's a little hard. I still love her, even though I think Twilight was probably a bad decision, just because I don't think she's a blockbuster type actress.
But you know what?
You know what I
watch Twilight all the
You know
time.
what I love about
the
her?
soundtrack is too good.
It is. That's why I went.
That's
That's why I went.
It's a feel good
You know what
movie.
You know what I love about her as like an actress and like a public figure is that she knows that and she owns that.
I know, and I wrote her a letter after I saw Twilight, and I said, it's like still in my back at home, like in Virginia, like in like my bedside table. That's like, hi Kristen, like I know that you've been like receiving some like really harsh criticism, but I just wanted to let you know that like Panic Room was really good, and like I really think that you're talented.
I think she's great in Into the Wild.
Adventureland.
I didn't see that one.
Oh, I liked Adventureland.
You guys, I just love Anna Kendrick in Twilight.
Oh my god.
That's because
yeah.
she looks like you.
I forgot she's in that.
Love her too.
So you're with me, like you love yourself.
I forgot she's in that. That's a line from Gal's House.
Does what?
In the dinner scene when we're talking about Olivia Wilde.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do like Kristen Stewart. I'm like clearly very stylistically
influenced by
That
her.
Roger,
one
as you
Dior
see from this
commercial
one
confused
scene.
me now. Was it Dior?
Oh yeah.
Did
I
you
was
see
like,
that?
I did like it though.
Did you see that SNL thing where they like made
Oh my god!
a
That's
funny
my
little-
favorite thing that Kristen Stewart's ever done
Where
is
she
her
did it?
SNL sketch with Totino's pizza.
Oh,
roll.
Genevieve,
Oh,
Genevieve brings up something I don't know. Genevieve.
That is so funny.
I want to like pause this live stream and show this to you. If you, all you guys, actually don't do this because then you won't be on our live stream anymore. Once this is over, Google Kristen Stewart SNL Totino's pizza rolls.
They make like this like French like
It's basically making fun of Blue's warmest color.
yeah,
Oh,
but like it's a Totino pizza.
Which is that movie?
So for the past yeah, that movie was amazing. The
I
past,
really liked it. I
so
mean, there
for-
were parts I was like, what? But then there were parts I was like,
Her
So
that was
the
male
past, like,
Daisy.
3 or 4 years,
that's good.
instead of buying an ad for the Super Bowl, Totino's
That
pizza
movie
rolls
broke my
as like
heart.
asked
Like
SNL to do a
first love
sketch.
situation stuff.
so there's like a big commercial. There's like 3 or 4 of them, but it's the best one yet. And it's like all these dudes are like watching the Super Bowl with their bros, and the mom
And Kristen Stewart are like cooking.
Yeah, she's like, oh my god, your sister came. Thank goodness I have someone to help me in the kitchen with the pizza rolls. And then she turns into Kristen Stewart.
And I have seen it.
Slow-mo sex appeal happening.
I have seen it.
Amazing.
I have seen it.
It's amazing.
Guys, what episode are you most excited to shoot in season 2?
Well, wait, how do we answer that without
6? Let me put it this way. Here, let me answer this question.
Yeah, don't.
I already know. I'm not giving anything away. I know my stuff. But okay, when I read this script, when I read the last script, I read the party episode, which I think that was 6, and I was like,
6, yeah.
"Whoa!" And you saw the party episode, I'm assuming, because you're watching.
I just think you guys.
It's insane. And then I watched this episode 6. What happened to episode 6?
I think that's the.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The
It all goes down at Edison's shit.
Oh.
Edison makes shit go down.
That's getting such a crazy.
It's just
I
like,
really read every episode and I was like, everything's blurring into one. It's all.
Yeah,
one
I
big
read them all, but I
thing.
actually don't know which happens in which.
But if I think it's what I think it is, it's gonna be gnarly.
no,
That's
it's
gonna be fun.
insane.
But also,
Yeah.
my mom
It's
is going to
what
make
you
a cameo.
Yeah.
So whatever episode that's in, that's going to be really funny because my mom's going to get bossed around by Callie. And so that's going to be great.
I don't know
I'm
what my
ready.
favorite episode is. I have to like. Oh wait, yes I
I'm
do.
not kidding.
Yes I do. What's the episode that I was talking about earlier where I get to say?
Oh yeah, that is good.
I think that's
guys. It's not even.
That's
just
just.
an
I think it's the
episode.
episode before.
There's a
5 or-
specific line that I am so
Oh.
excited about saying. It's just one. It's one of my
You'll
lines
know
of
it.
dialogue. I
Once
think
you watch it,
like
you'll be
if
like,
you guys
that's what she was talking
know
about.
me, then you're gonna watch it and be like, "That's
You're gonna
the
know
one."
because it's gonna be the one line she practices the most. So it's gonna be just like you're gonna be like, that was.
I
perfection.
already started practicing.
You know what I like the best about this season, and you guys will figure this out, is that each of us, like, as a character, each of the characters grows exponentially. However, we're not separated from each other. A lot of the time when you see series, you know, and like they're like, oh, this character needs to grow and this character needs to grow. They need to grow as individuals. Then they will, but then they'll kind of like separate into their stories, and then you have to like remember which story you're following. But this time, like, we're all growing as individuals, but we're still all intertwined. Like all of our stories still mesh.
It's interesting because as you guys saw, there's 8 new characters. Well, there's more like 6 new characters, and then like the younger versions of them.
Right, like they're still being, they're still
There's
really
8 new
young,
cast members. There's 6 new characters, and but like despite that, or kind of partly like because of the new people who come into our lives, the 4 of us become
Closer.
like so much closer. Like I have amazing scenes with all 3 of you that I'm like really looking forward to. That like in each of
And then she takes
my
her top off.
interactions, in all of my interactions with each of them, I learned so much about who my character is, just in the way that I react to what they're going through and the way that I interact with that. It's really exciting, you guys. Season 2 is gonna be really amazing.
I cried. You cried.
We all
And how can they make it more amazing?
By
Make it
donating.
more amazing by donating to our Indiegogo. We only have 2 days left. We're so close to making $5,000. It's gonna be
Donating
amazing.
to the Scarlet Cut Finger Relief
Yeah.
Fund.
Scarlet finger.
Wounded herself
I'm holding a
for
finger.
you guys.
She sliced her finger right in half, and she loves you so much, and she's sitting here and she wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
One of us has to be a little incapacitated during one of these. Last time was me with a fever. This time it's you who lost a finger.
Yeah. What's my favorite lesbian movie ever?
Gal
The Totino's
The
commercial.
Totino's
Yeah.
commercial for SNL.
It's a short movie.
I don't know.
Wait.
Honestly, I haven't seen that many.
Because there's not that many.
Do you think there's gonna be a season 3?
Yes.
Oh my god, there fucking
So,
better
but
be a season
If
3.
you do not have
Hanger.
no wait, okay, but if you do not have the funds to donate to season 2,
Yeah.
you can go ahead and start a savings account and save for a whole year.
Yeah,
So
because
season
Or
3
here's what you need to do. Here's what you need to do. Donate what you can tonight and the next 2 days, and we will love you forever. We love you forever anyway for watching, but we'll like love you more.
and just donate what you can. Help us make season 2 as amazing as it deserves to be, because guys, we read the script and it really is amazing, and like it really is expensive. Like, in order to bring it to life in the vision that they have, we really need your help. Help us make season 2 as amazing as possible, and then with what season 2 becomes, like season 3 can only be better. Whether we have to do another Indiegogo, or if we end up getting funded because season 2 is so great. Yeah. We don't know how season 3 is gonna get funded, but anything helps. Anything helps right now. Like, don't wait until season 3. Like, just help us now, and then for season 3, Katie's butt is in my face.
What will you do if we break 5,000?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if we break 5,000 tonight, what are you girls gonna do?
I will flash you.
I'll make it.
Oh! I feel like maybe both Sarah and Callie really said no.
You're reported.
That won't be happening.
That
won't be happening. No.
I will flash you on my Instagram story.
She's not getting paid enough to be flashing you. I'm shutting that down.
Anna is totally the mom.
She needs about 10 grand before that happens.
Oh my god,
And then a nice someone can pay for her to go completely sad before these things are happening. We need money.
No, let me flash you now while I don't have any union ties.
Oh yeah.
I'll whip out a tit.
Yeah, right.
Girls.
Like,
Hey, wait, don't talk about our tits.
whatever. If you follow me on Instagram,
Yeah,
you'll probably see my
right.
tits anyway.
Ask more questions. I would like to answer some more like weird.
They're about
questions.
to fire me.
Well, somebody asked, what do you think the craziest thing your character's
Edison's about to be written out of season 2. Bye, Edison.
What's the craziest thing our character can do?
What do you think the craziest thing our character can do? I
Wait
think,
until
like, in
season
a-
3 and you'll find out for Dylan.
in a hypothetical situation.
Yeah.
The craziest thing my character can do is be nice.
Shout out to Anonymous who just donated. Yeah.
Hey.
We really appreciate your donation. You're awesome.
You're the best.
You're anonymous, so I don't know.
If we hit $10,000 tonight, Sarah and Callie will reveal a major plot point
How much
about
money?
season 2. 10 grand.
Did you guys hear that?
If we hit 10
Major
grand
plot.
tonight,
Callie
Callie and Sarah will spoil some shit for you guys for season 2.
That's a good question. What is your character's favorite on Netflix?
That's a great question.
Oh, ooh, I would have to think about it
Ooh.
a lot.
Probably the British baking show. Honestly.
Katie-
I don't watch that
Katie
show, but
likes
I know
that.
Dylan would be
So
obsessed
funny.
with it.
Wait, Anna, your character? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I've never
Katie
seen it, but I just know the way that
Gotta
people
watch.
talk about it. I know Dylan would be just
Gotta
like through the
watch.
roof.
Dylan reminds me so much of like Piper from Orange is the New Black, like in the first
Did everyone
season.
hate her?
True.
Just
Like,
that
she's
I've been
like-
there.
I don't know.
Olivia
Dylan.
definitely loves Black Mirror because it's super like conspiracy.
Yeah.
I was
totally.
gonna say, I think Edison's favorite's
You
probably.
guys say hi.
You
guys are doing the live
excuse me, I'm doing a YouTube live right now. Can you not interrupt?
Thank you.
Your
So
camera's so
everyone can watch us right now on YouTube. Wait, what's this under you guys? This is Gal Pals?
She was gone.
Yeah, it's
I know she
youtube.com/galhouse.
I love
Thank you. Listen to Katie. Watch us.
Do you guys
Donate
all want-
money.
do you guys
We have
all
2
know
more days
Claire?
on our Indiegogo. We love you guys so much.
Claire.
Do you guys remember Claire?
If you
from the last
donate
live stream?
$5,000, we'll introduce you to Genevieve.
Oh
in
yeah, you
person.
need to make it.
If you guys, okay, if you guys help us get to $5,000 tonight, we will introduce you to a character in season 2. Her name is Genevieve.
Who may or may not
Oh,
be
man.
eating a portion of the nutrition people.
You may or may not have seen you. You
You may or may not say I'm doing the stream, but it's fine. I think Edison's favorite
Good night,
show.
Caitlin K.
Good night.
Good night.
Keep going. Edison's
I think
favorite
Edison's favorite might be specifically San Junipero episode.
Oh.
Black
Oh
Mirror,
yeah, you
just
guys
because
went to like a whole
I just
thing
watched that
last
for the
time.
first time.
That's
this week.
the only one that I've seen. Because
the
someone
only
was like,
one.
my friend who
I have to
haven't
look
even
at
really come out
Netflix
to
to
yet.
see
My
what
friend
these
was like,
be.
it's about lesbians. You'll like it. I'm like, great.
You're the one.
Yeah.
I'm literally pulling up Netflix to look at like
Anna,
what
your character probably like the Crown.
Ooh, The Crown is good though.
I started watching The Crown.
My mom wants to get a corgi because of The Crown.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I
Okay.
feel like Dylan would totally like watch The Bachelor, Bachelorette, that sort of thing too. The reality TV show. Just like
Oh my god.
Girl,
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Scarlett
Oh.
will be reported.
Oh shit.
Really?
I'm
Sorry.
trying to figure out what love is.
That's
You
awesome.
know?
Oh my god, I did go through an emo phase. I have the diary notes from it. I have the MySpace.
I totally went through an emo phase.
What did we say?
I definitely
I'm
went
still-
through. I'm like, I'm
Still emo.
I was gonna say,
I
I'm like,
dated
so
a guy in a screamo band,
That's cool.
and it got really emo real quick.
Wow.
I can one up you. I was in a screamo band.
Yes! That's the best!
I used to sit and watch screamo. The guy that I was dating. I don't know which is worse.
I think we should listen to some
Amazing. I
Cues
think
What We
that's
Aim
worse.
For. Some Boys Like Girls.
Oh damn.
I think maybe B would like Arrested Development.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe because of Portia Rossi, but maybe just because
Oh my
it's.
gosh, she's amazing though.
Have you read her book? It's really good.
No, I didn't know she had a book.
Yeah.
I'm not holding a pigeon.
What do you think
Why
you
not?
would do if the world would be about to end? That's a crazy question.
I think about that a lot lately for obvious political reasons.
I don't know. I feel like they have to give us enough notice for me to like actually consider like, okay, the world's gonna end.
You have 2 hours.
Oh, you have
What
2
are you gonna do?
hours.
According to Hawaii, you have half an hour.
I read that and I was like, I feel for that's my biggest fear. My biggest fear is like, hey, by the way, Katie, there's a missile coming from wherever. We don't know. I'm not gonna judge where it's coming from, but it's coming. And you gotta go. And my family's all the way across.
We gotta pause because Cambry Schultz. Thank you for the donation.
God bless your heart. $100.
You're awesome, Cambry.
Oh,
You get pins, right? Pins and a postcard.
Oh my goodness, I love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I have to show
And you
everyone
get a weird
something.
face.
Hold on.
She
Okay.
cares to Cambria.
And you get her weird face.
Where is
Thank you. You're dope.
Oh yeah, but that's like my biggest fear. I guess if I had like
Wait, pause.
Also,
I'm sorry. I have to show
Emily-
everyone this.
Oh,
You guys,
Emily.
I wear my Gal Pals pin on my
Yay,
fanny packs.
on her space
Also,
fanny pack.
fanny packs are amazing. You should wear them. They're fantastic. I
I
have
have a
like
fanny pack.
7 of them.
mom material.
Big
I love
supporter
them.
of fanny packs.
Mom
Did you guys
material.
see? Did you guys see the cool T-shirts that are gonna be? If
Oh
you
my
go
god.
there?
Oh, yeah.
The Indiegogo t-shirts are so cool. They have cool palm trees. I want one. Can I have one? No. I can because I donated.
It's true, she did. So she gets a T-shirt.
Wait, Emily donated 5 and we didn't shout out to her.
Yeah.
Did we? Oh, we did. I just missed it.
No, I mean, yeah.
Wait,
shut up.
Does everybody
Emily,
know?
thank you for donating $5.
Thank you. That's fine. That's
Oh wait, yeah. Did you guys see that video?
I'm
Because-
curious.
Oh,
I'm curious. Is it serious? Guys, I watched it like 80 times in a row.
Wait,
Come on.
what video?
I
Haley
didn't see
Kiyoko, curious. Okay, Haley Kiyoko has a new music
this
video.
is the girl that we thought was from.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's
Who's
not.
Haley Kiyoko? I don't
Okay.
know.
she's not. I can tell you who she's not. She's not
She's
from
not
the
the
Big
girl
Bang
from Big
Theory.
Bang Theory.
I
Why
thought.
would you
She's not the girl from the Big Bang
I
Theory.
thought
Because
that.
what's her name? Haley Kuko?
Cuoco.
No, Haley Kiyoko
I don't know. I don't
is
watch
a pop
movies.
star.
She's amazing. She so she
Lesbian
like sort of
Jesus.
came to fame because she has a song called "Girls Like Girls" and the music video is really cool and emotional.
It is really great.
And
it has the
shot
girl from
well.
Insidious
So
3.
it's shot really well. It's about these two like high school
Oh.
girls who are like secretly dating, and then there's like a man involved who's like
Abusive.
I'm just not in the
Abusive.
music video.
It's amazing. So she came out with her new music video, which is called Curious, about her ex-girlfriend who's now dating a guy, and they come to the same party, and there's all these lesbian cameos in the music video. There's like 2 lesbian cameos in the music video. And she's like, I'm just curious, is it serious? Because you're still texting me when you're with your guy.
Oh my god.
And she's like, did you take them to their parents and lesbian?
Sorry. No, we can leave.
That's an amazing lyric.
What?
Katie Aaron is the lesbian Holy Spirit.
That's the kindest thing anyone's ever said to me. Thank you so
Lesbian
much.
Jesus.
Except someone did call me a shot of whiskey once. So that's like up there with
Oh, that's good.
thank you. I don't know how to feel about that because
This is just promo.
yes, we just Gal Pal season 3
She should
sponsored
be
by Haley
reciprocating
Kiyoko.
the advertisement. She can
She
go
should
ahead
be.
and promote Gal
More
Pal.
Tell
questions.
them to like tag her. Or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tag her.
Kiyoko,
Tag her.
Or tell them to get her on Twitter and like I know she's on Twitter.
Hit her up on Twitter.
I don't know if you guys remember our last live stream where I talked about the time I met her. Yeah.
Oh, that's the same person.
Oh, at Outfest.
Yeah, at Outfest.
There we go.
I also went to
Full circle,
Outfest.
everyone.
Small world, not small world. We both live in LA. But Outfest was super
Spirit,
cool.
like
It is
alcohol.
There
Well,
is just to let you guys know.
yeah.
Just to let you guys know, there is a festival. It's called Outfest. I think HBO sponsored it every time, or just it this time.
I think they've sponsored it in recent years. It's not always, but
Yeah.
recently it's been sponsored by HBO.
And it's a film festival where it is LGBTQIA material, and that's what it is. And watching different stories, I don't know how you felt about it, because I know you went to a couple days, right?
No,
Or did
I
you
just
go
went
to
to.
yours?
I only got to go to my one day.
Okay.
I was really broke at the time.
That's
and
right, because you were trying to go to all of them.
I was
Or you were
trying to go to a bunch.
spend-
I couldn't even go to yours because I was broke.
No,
It was
it's
bummer.
I only went to mine because it was.
How are
I didn't have to pay for it. But it was so cool to see. There really is material that is speaking, like, from point of views that's not just the straight mindset.
Cambry, we
And-
shouted out to you. Cambry missed our shout out for her donation.
Cambry, you're amazing. We love
Cambry,
you.
thank you.
Hello.
Welcome back. We'll shout out to you again because you're amazing.
$25.
Thank you.
Nice.
But yeah, so it is the stuff is being made and I know personally like a bunch of people that are making more stuff that is material.
Can we go to Outfest?
We can.
I don't know if they have a
Hey,
web.
Karina Sosa says I want to go to Outfest so bad, but it's all the way in LA. I'm from Texas. A, I'm also from Texas. Where are you from? Let's talk about it. B, create your own festival. Like, look for the queer-centered festivals because there are some in Texas. Actually, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I know that there's one in Austin. There's probably a couple in Austin. But if you can't find it or if you don't get into it or whatever, then like make your own because Texas is definitely a state that is hurting for queer representation and you could spearhead that. Go for it.
So 2 questions we should go to. First, we need to address Mule. Hogwarts House of Beauty character.
Oh, we talked about
Ravenclaw.
Me too. Or maybe
For your-
Slytherin? Yeah.
You and then your character. So you as Scarlet.
Oh, me as Scarlet. I'm a Gryffindor because,
You as Anna.
Ravenclaw.
Me as Katie Hufflepuff.
Slytherin.
And then
Oh
your
my
character.
You got all
goodness.
4 houses.
That
Yeah.
is
Amazing.
so much.
That's amazing. Wait, somebody earlier asked, Corvus said, are there any not well-known singers, music groups that you guys really like to listen to at the moment?
Yes.
Can I go? I'll be fast.
Go.
So many.
I'm next.
I don't have any.
Her name is Little Pimienta. She is an indigenous Colombian woman who lives in Canada, and she makes super fucking lit music. And she's on tour right now. Little Pimienta.
Okay.
Amazing.
I'm listening to Sleeping at Last, and they are currently writing music for the Enneagram profiles.
You're obsessed. You're obsessed with that
You
shit.
guys, so they're taking their time too. So they're writing it from the perspective of whatever your number is. So they've already written 1 and 2, and they're releasing number 3 on like the 25th of February. They're called Sleeping at Last. They're making Enneagram songs, and they're amazing. If you've never taken the Enneagram test, go take it right now. Find out who you are.
Pretty cool.
They're amazing. It's going to tell you exactly
After
who
our
you
last
are.
live stream, we all went and took one.
We did. We all. Okay, so
I
now,
convinced everyone.
now we can share what's your Enneagram.
Wait, no, I gotta talk about artists I want you guys to listen to.
We'll come back.
Sophia
Guys,
Myers.
Jamie just donated $25.
Yay! Thank you, Jamie, for donating.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you, Jamie. You're amazing. Love you.
You're $2 away from $4,900. That means $102 away from $5,000.
We are only 102 away from getting $5 grand
go up.
tonight. Help us make it happen.
We'll all dance for you.
We will all dance for you. All of us. All
And
of
just
us
so
will
you
dance
know,
for
like, yes, we are trying. Hey, this is my face. We are trying to reach our goal. Like, we are trying to reach our goal.
Yeah.
But
We're trying to reach our
But we're astounded that we've already reached like what we have. So thank you already for everybody that's donated. We are so appreciative. We're appreciative of the fact that we have this many followers, fans, subscribers.
We're appreciative
Yeah.
that we have people watching us right now.
And if you're
chatting
sitting
about
there
it,
going,
chatting about
It's crazy. It's crazy that it's anybody besides like our moms.
Yeah.
My mom's not watching right now.
if you're sitting there opening your wallet and dust is coughing out at you and it's going, I'm so sad, or you're quoting Kristen Wiig from Bridesmaids, help, going, help me, I'm poor. We know we are too. That's why we have an Indiegogo. So like we understand that, but you know what you can do instead is you can share. You can tell people about the project, even if it's not to get necessarily their donation, to get their attention, because this material matters. And we need to make more of it, and we are making more of it for you.
I personally take MetroCard. Kristen Smiley. but
Oh, yeah.
I think I might be the only
Okay, so I really want to talk about not well-known artists that I'm listening to lately. And
You
I
guys, someone
love-
listens to Sleeping at Last. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm freaking out. I'm freaking
I've
out.
been so interrupted.
I'm sorry, Liz
Twice.
Thomas. Oh, I love you. Okay, go. Go.
Okay, Sophie Myers is amazing. I talked about it in the last live stream along with Sev Eliza is also amazing. Yaros, YAARROHS, she's dope. And Jessie Reyes, who I just discovered 2 days ago. She has a song called Figures that I have been listening to on repeat. It's amazing. Please check out all 4 of those female artists. 2 of them are queer, maybe? At least one of them is queer. I think 2 of them might be. They're all women, and yes, I love Austin. Shout out. Hook 'em. Okay, I'm done. Moving on.
Shark Tank judges. Fuck, marry, kill. Someone asked.
I don't watch that.
I don't know. Are they actual sharks?
Wait, do none of you watch Shark Tank?
Do not watch Shark
Why the
Tank.
fuck did it cast any of them?
I'm sorry. We're all about to get fired
Should be
because
a
none of us
free
watch.
Honestly, like,
Shark
what
Tank.
the fuck? Get out
Well,
of my house.
the office
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
answer is Mr. Wonderful.
We're too busy working on our own professional things to look at other people's
Oh,
projects.
yeah,
But
that's
I'm not
true.
making things. I don't know what's
I'm
happening.
a UT alum.
Garden.
If you don't like UT, then you don't like me. I take that personally. I don't really take it personally. It's just, it was a good school. It's where I went to college, and I like football. But like, what don't you like about UT? Let's talk about it. Come on, it's a great school.
What is UT?
Is
University
there
of
a place
Texas, I'm
they can buy merch? Who said that? Someone said that.
Who? What? Who
There
wants
is
to
a
merch?
place you can buy merch.
Walmart. Shut up.
Oh my god.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
Ellie.
I'm not opposed. I get like all my clothes at Walmart if they're not like at a Goodwill or a recycling.
No, there's a okay. They're about to
streaming it.
they're about to drop a link to the merch in this YouTube chat thing that you guys are in.
It looks
You
so
guys,
good.
buy
the Jeff Goldblum shirt.
Yeah,
I'm
buy
gonna
a
get
Jeff
it.
Goldblum.
I'm gonna buy that.
sweatshirt.
Oh.
Hey, okay, I have nothing against Aggies because, fun fact, A&M was built as an extension of UT. So you're welcome for my school creating your school for you. I'm getting really sassy. I'm sorry.
Guys,
it's just college.
You can get the
Not a big deal.
you can get cool merch through the Indiegogo.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How
Okay.
can you get that exclusive?
Okay. So yes, there is
There's a hat.
there's merch to be had in the link, the Teespring link that they
Depending
just
on
dropped.
what you spend on the Indiegogo.
But if you
get little
donate
merch
to Indiegogo, you can get merch.
We
You
have
can
a
get
hat, a T-shirt, pins, signed script,
all kinds of merch.
a personal video.
Yeah, it's great.
Pins.
Someone else.
Do you want
Oh
this?
my god, do you want one?
That's us sipping on shakes, if you were wondering.
Oh my god.
We were at
I
Steak
can
and
shake
Shake.
it. Steak and shake.
They will sign it. Wait, sign it right now.
Dare,
Yeah.
I
Oh my
love
gosh,
you because
your
you're
girls.
listening
Okay.
to Sleeping at Last. I'm so happy. Everyone's listening to this.
Callie, it's not time
What?
for this Band-Aid yet.
Okay.
Yes, go. I went to film school at UT. RTF. It's a great school.
Have you seen the Prince?
Like, I'm
I have seen that movie.
That's
Oh my
great.
goodness. I'm so happy right
We are live streaming.
Amazing.
Dylan would totally watch that. So
Guys, I'm live streaming.
On
Wow,
Instagram.
live stream.
While you're
Instagram?
live streaming. Wow.
Insert
Sign
sign
this.
49.
I will sign this.
We're signing this right now.
Update $4,928.
Oh my god.
We're-
Who donated?
I don't know. So we're still waiting for it to come through.
Okay, we're still
That's amazing.
loading on the name. If you donate $1,000, you get an invite to our premiere party. Partay. I said that
We need
weird.
signatures.
I
not
gotta sign
cigarettes.
something.
I was like,
Wow. Take over my live stream.
Hey guys,
I clarified.
This is hi. I'm Katie Stoddard. I'm here to talk to you guys about Gal Bals.
I just licked it.
She just
And she shoved up her nostrils.
Stuck it on my nose.
if you donate, the next person to donate gets this specific
And Scarlett's
postcard.
blood is
another
That's haphazard.
That's maybe not.
I didn't. I
But
didn't
I'm
actually. I'm wearing lipstick. I can
Hey
kiss it.
guys, I'm not Katie Stoddard. In case you haven't figured that out yet, I'm Katie Aaron.
How many people are there?
She's got
Yes.
9
Wait, let me
people.
start from the Gal.
I'm live streaming on Katie's Instagram right now.
Wait,
while
live
we're live
stream for
streaming on YouTube back here.
This
Hi.
is
You guys
such a
are
cluster
live
fun.
stream. Welcome to our live stream
What's up, guys?
of our live stream.
You guys, you can add a guest in the live stream.
Wow.
Meta.
Should we add each other? Add Katie.
Hold on, wait. Sydney Stice, you said, I wish I even had $1. I bet you if you go and you look inside your couches right now, you could find a quarter, a couple of them.
Oh, look,
Possibly a
Allie's
solid
friend
dollar.
Haley's in this one now.
Oh, on the Instagram?
Yeah.
We appreciate anything that
This is
you
the
say,
last
guys.
one.
We love you too.
Yay! Thanks, guys, for watching.
I did
You should
something.
join us on YouTube because that's where we're also. Oh, your phone just vibrated.
Ooh.
She got some message.
Hey guys, we are
My mom,
live.
she says she loves Anna.
Hello.
We're also live streaming on Instagram. This
A
is
live
like
stream on top of a
live stream inception.
I
you
feel
guys.
so
This is
happy about
nuts.
This is insane.
Girl, get it. You want to ride mine?
Oh, buck wild.
Hello.
I don't
This is good. Oh, look at this.
know what to do
That's so
other than
innovative.
selfie style.
Ooh, okay. Haley Kiyoko, Sarah Paulson, and Cara Delevingne.
What is it?
Sarah
Mary
Paulson. Sarah Paulson. Yeah.
Cara Delevingne, because I think her and St. Vincent might still be like okay friends, so then I mean that I get to be friends with St. Vincent.
Wait, who's Sarah Paulson?
It's Sarah Paulson.
Oh, wait, excuse me, hold on. No, about names. She's in
You know.
yeah, she's in
Yeah,
American
American
Horror
Horror
Story.
Story.
She's awesome.
You were all about to witness
Okay.
a murder.
That
Sarah
almost
Paulson.
killed Cara Delevingne. And no. Yeah, and
Yeah, I
Mary
would kill her
Haley,
too.
and Mary Haley Kiyoko.
Who else wants wine?
Me.
See, me.
I kind of.
Oh, and I have your left.
I'm not usually a
That's what
drinker.
it is.
This is so rare.
Hold on, wait, Mal.
Hey,
wait,
I
hold
want
on.
those.
Mal Gilson just said, "What if you donate $1,000? What do you get?"
She did say
You get to come to our party. You get to come to our premiere party.
Travel expenses not included.
Travel expenses.
And I
not
love
All I
included.
know is we're gonna give you something.
Sorry.
It's
You
all on
also
our
get-
Indiegogo page. What you get.
You
what
also
the
get a
reward is
personalized
under
thank
that.
you video.
You guys, we got Michelle, Caitlin, Molly, and another Emily who donated.
Okay,
Michelle,
Emily number
Caitlin,
2,
Molly.
Molly, Caitlin,
Yes.
Michelle.
No,
Wow, amazing! You guys are awesome. Thank you for donating.
Oh, and thank you, Wicked Ozian.
Wicked
Ozian.
Ozian,
Ozian.
Ozian, like Oz. Thank you for donating,
No, that's
even
a
though
biohazard.
you're an Aggie and I'm a Longhorn. See, this is America in
That's
2018 coming together despite our differences.
49,
love
53,
it.
49.
I
Okay.
love it.
That's a pretty
Thank you
good-
so much.
Hey, if you donate this postcard that somebody's getting has a really good kiss.
And I
It's
licked
like-
it, and I stuck one of the corners of my nose.
That's
I
weird.
promised them that
Here, wait, give it to me.
Emily
I can reel-
gets it. I think that Emily Brooks gets it.
Pass it. It's gonna fart.
No.
If you're holding it, pass it.
Oh, I just kissed it. My lips look great.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh,
Yes.
you got the same.
What do I do?
Oh, my lips look
You're out of
fantastic.
gas house. Bye. All right. Here, we'll
So
leave.
we're writing.
Look at those sexy lips right
That's
there.
a great kiss.
Yes.
Can I kiss it?
And
I licked
what
it,
questions
but-
did I
Wait,
miss?
JCF Smith donated 50?
Wait, I want lipstick.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
hold
thanks,
on.
JCF
I need
Smith.
lipstick.
Guys, that's amazing. Hey, guys,
JCF.
please donate through
JCF.
You can make sure you get the perks. But thank you so much for donating.
My
That's
mom said
awesome.
to wear something that I didn't.
Hey, if anybody donates any amount of money and they want to buy this,
Kill Scarlet.
so much blood.
Put the blood away.
I mean, there are a certain amount of
I
people
can't
that
put the
would
blood
buy
away.
that.
Anything has a price.
yeah, it's true.
Ooh.
Price of gold.
I would marry Kate McKinnon. Mal Gilson.
Oh,
Mel Gibson?
Fuck Mary Kill
Mel Gilson.
Sarah.
I don't like lipstick, so I put
That's
like
one, but
bare minimum on.
Okay. Oh,
What's so
okay.
bad?
I
Yeah,
would.
Super chats go to the.
I would.
kill
I would.
Tegan and
fuck-
well, I guess.
I would
That's
fuck
all
Kate McKinnon. I would kill Queen Latifah. I love her, but I would marry Tegan Quinn.
See, but if you
Do you need lipstick?
if you had sex with Tegan and Sarah, then it's two people.
Where's that lipstick?
Somebody think about it.
No, I would not have sex with both Tegan and Sarah because I'm not down for incest.
I thought it was a person. Is that two
Tegan and
different
Sarah?
people?
Yeah, they're sisters.
Sisters?
They're lesbian
Yeah.
sisters.
They're
You
twin
Add
sisters.
them separately though.
I didn't know that was an option.
I mean,
Yeah,
we didn't really go through the
they're
details. Mal
different
Gilson.
people.
Yeah, give us some detail. It says as one but separate for activities.
See?
Okay.
See?
All right. Okay.
I don't like
That is so
makeup.
funny. I'm sorry. Where did you put the lipstick?
Katie's wearing it.
Does that hurt your ears when we talk?
We both have
Okay, these are all new lipsticks.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry for using your brand new lipstick.
No, it's like
So don't
Nice.
forget that we
Nice.
have a lot of awesome pins that are super exclusive if you donate. It's $25 donation, right?
What?
Yeah, 25 for the pen.
25. You get a set of 4 pins that you will only have if you donate. These are not available for purchase.
I love that.
$2. My lip kiss is
You guys,
not
I
cute.
put them. I'm not kidding on all my fanny packs, and I get compliments all the time.
Wait, we're getting like legit questions. We should start answering
Okay.
some of these.
Totally.
I'm showing off the pins.
Hey, cast writers, where were you when you discovered the L Word?
I've never watched it.
I never watched it either.
I was here in Los Angeles. Is it on Netflix?
I loved it.
It's all on Netflix, yes, currently.
What did oh,
Is it in focus?
hey, can you excuse me? I need to talk about
I'm showing them the
L Word.
pins.
Excuse me, I have L Word to talk about. It was 2 years ago.
Kitty, keep on.
So dramatic. It was 2 years ago.
Okay,
all days out.
It was 2016, Los Angeles. Wow, this red lipstick looks crazy on me.
It looks good.
great.
No, it looks good.
Really?
It really looks good.
No, it was 2 years ago. I was living here in LA. I was very recently out, and I was actually, yeah. That's all.
Wow.
It was not a good answer.
So I
Sorry.
thought I was like ready.
What was the question?
Cute.
It was where were you when you discovered the L Word?
Yeah, LA.
Okay, no,
No, that's the answer. Next question.
Do any of y'all play
Wait,
instruments?
Someone,
Yeah.
Michelle wrote, I donated and then realized I didn't click the perk thing, and then I donated again. So thank you, Michelle.
Thank
Thomas.
you.
Thank you.
If she thinks she's getting a refund.
Oh, no.
You probably could have just like slid into our DMs.
Next,
and then
what's your
went
favorite
there.
food? What's your favorite food?
Wait, let's talk.
Let's talk about instruments because I play an instrument. I play guitar.
instruments.
I play guitar, and this week I had an audition for a commercial where I was supposed to play guitar, but I was so nervous. My hands were really sweaty, and my pick literally flew out of my hands, and I looked like
I can't
somebody
use
who
a
doesn't know
pick.
how to play guitar.
I can't use a pick at all. It always falls in the middle. And then I like have to flip my guitar upside down. I'm like, ah. So I finger.
It's 'cause
I can
she's
play
gay.
one song on the ukulele, the lava song. Does anybody know the lava song?
Yes.
I don't know what the lava.
You haven't heard of How does it go?
Pixar short.
Oh yeah. Okay.
My
So the
bosom
lava song, and I also know the dun, 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 the wedding song, the wedding march on the piano.
Wow.
I know Minuet and G
Here
by
comes the
Bach.
I Are you sure that's not so well?
And not Minuet and D.
No,
Minuet and G.
I play ukulele. I play.
Oh, that's right, Keely. Or Kaylee.
Just Kaylee.
You were
It's a slip of my tongue. Who's Kaylee? Actually, my best friend in college is named Kaylee. So that's
I love you.
I play the ukulele. I play the French horn. I did play the French horn for 6 years, and I play the djembe. And I'm trying to learn
What's
how
a
to play.
djembe?
Yeah.
Djembe. Glad you asked. It's an African hand drum. It often confused with bongo. It's when it's yay big and it sits on the floor and you put it between your legs and you play it like so.
So it is bongo-esque.
Well, bongos are the smaller ones where you've got like there's like 4 of them and they sit in a row and you sit on the table and play them like so. A djembe is just one drum.
And it's not a cajon either.
I think
I
I like
don't
a
know what that
djembe
A
better.
cajon is another one that's one drum center.
But
But hey, wait.
bongos are like, man,
They're great. I also am trying to learn to play the piano this year, so if anybody wants to give me lessons, that would be great.
Wait, can I do a shout out just in case? So somebody named Emily Brooks donated.
Yeah.
And I knew an Emily Brooks in middle school. So if you are Emily Brooks from middle school, thank you for donating.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you, Emily, anyway.
I don't know, but yeah.
Guys, we are so close to 5,000.
We're so close.
Guys,
Okay.
Let's make it past 5,000 tonight. You guys are gonna be amazing if you
We tried last time and we epically failed.
Can they donate literally $1, a single dollar?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
$1.
You can
$1,
donate
right?
$1 is
$1
$1
$1.
Literally, we can see like 20
$17
comments right now, and if
I mean-
everybody donated $1, that's $20 immediately.
That's amazing.
Come on.
Do something extremely
Call up your
rash
friend.
if someone donates
A game,
$100.
okay, a game of which L word character matches which Galpop character.
It needs to be our homework to watch
I don't
that.
think no one watches the show.
Okay, who's your favorite comedian?
Kristen Wiig.
From the L word.
No, just
My favorite comedian is a comedian named Megan Kelly Dunn.
Oh.
She just so happens to also be my best friend.
Aww.
That's amazing.
It's a coincidence. Her comedy's hilarious.
I'm gonna say it because everyone's gonna hate, but Amy Schumer's so funny.
Amy Schumer's great.
I don't like her
Big
at
fan.
all.
she's not.
You either
I'm
love
a
her
big
or you
fan.
hate her.
Yeah.
I've never seen
I
her.
okay, if you don't like her, please watch her Football Town Nights sketch from her show.
Don't
Have you
see
seen
that.
that?
I
I'm
don't
just
want
not a
to.
fan of her. I like that she's.
It's really, I really like the new
Dave Chappelle special though. That I really actually did like. I really liked it.
Oh my god! Fucking Lady Dynamite. What's her name?
Maria Bamford.
Maria Bamford
Oh, yeah.
is.
I
Brian
like Maria
Regan.
Bamford.
Brian Regan's great.
Bill
funny.
Burr
He's
is
so
amazing.
funny.
I saw him in LA randomly at one of my friends' show. He just showed up and was like, "I'm just gonna try some new stuff out tonight." My mom peed her pants. It was great. I love Anthony Jeselnik. He's super dark. He's super comedic. Like
You guys,
his
I'm
dark
sorry.
humor is
I'm
so Amy
interrupting
Schumer is
you.
problematic.
We are $12 away from reaching $5,000 tonight.
$12.
$12, you guys. Help us get there. If anybody could, you
I
can
have a
donate
question.
12, if you donate 6, if 3 of you donate 4, if 4 of you donate 3. Help us get there.
What's your favorite lolly? What is a lolly?
I don't know what that means.
Welcome to my world, everyone.
Lolly, 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 lolly.
Okay, I have a question. John Mulaney's great, but I have a
I
question.
love John Mulaney.
So
His karaoke jukebox
this
is so funny.
this is on behalf of my brother Patrick. We call him Fatty Pat. Phatty, Fatty Pat. Because he's cool. Sheets or Wawa?
Did you watch the one from
What?
Did you watch the one from season 1 or just from season 2?
They don't know either.
So Sheets and Wawa are two gas stations on the East Coast, especially Virginia. I think Wawa is like above the Carolinas and it stops around New York, and then Sheets is like just an East Coast thing. And so many people just Patrick Wawa, Patrick Wawa. I'm a fan of Sheets.
Wait, is this a question?
No, Katie just proposed this question to the fans.
Oh, I see.
But, can we talk about thoughts on dress code?
Yeah, let's
Painting
do
the
it.
shaving.
Okay, the dress code is
Dress code?
dress code is sexist. The dress code is racist. The dress code
Just in general.
is body shame is. What's the word for like when you shame against like people who have fat on their body?
Fat shaming?
Like fat shame. Yeah, the dress code like fucks with girls who are like mature when they're in middle school or in high school. For the person Anna Mars Productions asked us thoughts on dress code. She was writing an essay on it and why they suck. Because the dress code in schools.
Oh, okay, got
The
it.
dress that's what I'm assuming, right? Dress codes in high school.
Yeah. On
Yeah.
why they suck in general.
So you can literally find essays and articles about why they're sexist, racist, and they fat shame.
I think that they.
Go for
I
it.
think that. I think that there.
Fat phobia. Thank you.
Fat phobic. I think that there is a world in which a dress code could work. I think that there is something to be argued for. I know when I was younger and in school, I felt
5,000.
We got 5,000.
everything I was about to say doesn't matter anymore. We just got $5,000! Woo! Thank you guys so much. We just reached $5,000. Oh my god! Who donated? Who got us there?
Cambry Schultz.
Cambry Schultz.
Cambry
Yeah, you did. You did. Okay, bless your
Oh my
freaking
god!
heart.
Thank you guys so much. That is amazing. Oh my god. I don't know. What do we do? What do we do?
What
do we do?
Let's switch clothes.
Everyone. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're only wearing a onesie.
I'm already wearing.
I don't want to wear that.
I know what we do. We bring you season 2.
What?
We're gonna bring you season 2. Oh my god.
Packaging it up.
You guys, we made so much money tonight.
Yay!
I'm so excited.
Wait.
Dance. Okay, Maradi wants us to dance.
Dance.
Can we put on some
Dance,
music?
dance, dance.
We don't need music.
I got a bumper, bumper. I got a rose, I got
I'm dancing with a broken
Me dancing. This is us dancing. We are dancing on
Just happening.
You're
May I-
welcome for this
may I touch?
dance.
Yeah.
Consent.
Consent.
Oh my gosh, thank
Please
you.
We're
Proceed.
over, you guys. We're over 5,000. We keep getting more.
Yep.
They say dance.
Do a backflip?
Oh,
no,
Actually,
actually,
wait. Everyone dance a character one by one. Dylan.
What?
You guys, believe it or
How
not, I
does Dylan
did
dance?
dance for
How does Dylan dance?
How does wait?
dance? I don't know.
Can we move the coffee table for safety?
Yeah, please.
Absolutely.
I'm like
Okay.
tired from the dance.
Dylan's not cool, you
I'm
guys.
not
This is
safe
nice coffee scene. Coffee scene for safety.
Should we turn on music?
Oh,
See
that's
ya.
better. That's fine.
You do it, Dylan.
Cute
You dancing.
Dylan.
Cute.
Oh yeah, get it, girl. Woo woo.
And Olivia.
I'm just gonna hold my nervous.
We all know how Olivia dances.
We know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
What?
Oh my god.
I didn't realize it was flushed out.
And B.
I know.
And B.
Okay,
That's actually also how Scarlett
This
dances.
is the one that gets all the girls and the guys in the club. You'd be surprised.
And there it is. And there it is.
Beautiful. Love it.
And that's how we got Dylan.
We call it the limp fish. The limp fish. Just flopping about.
And Edison.
Okay, how Edison dances. This is how Edison dances. Are you guys ready? It's very lame.
I don't know if I can handle this. The ones he makes.
Solid choices.
Boo. Ew, you look at her face.
Sarah, what the hell?
Wait, Cambry Schultz wants us to write a cheesy little rap using her name. I got this. She deserves it. She deserves it. Here we go. Here we go. Cambry Schultz, my new best friend. She's gonna stick with me to the end. She donated to season 2. Now I'm looking like, what about you?
Oh!
That rhymed! That was dope.
Shit.
That was nice.
Guys, thank you guys so much for helping us
Holy
with
shit.
That is so amazing.
We
That's
love
great.
you.
Everyone wants you to improv a scene.
Okay, in this scene, Olivia cut her finger.
Yeah.
Okay, go girls.
And
Action.
Are you like okay?
do you even care?
Not really.
Okay, I didn't think so. And what about you? What are you gonna do for this? You're like supposed to be like caring and like compassionate and stuff.
Don't worry.
Can
Look,
you
I
handle
know.
this, please?
Look, she wants to take up juggling. I told you not to skip straight to knives. I told you to start with like I don't know, like a hacky sack or something. You
Okay, yeah, you said that once. Let me look at it.
Does it
Shouldn't
take
that
more than
be
one?
enough?
Yeah,
Don't
really,
should
I
that
feel like
be
one
enough?
should be
That
enough.
should be enough.
Personally,
Okay. We're good. Looks good. It's great. Was that good?
All right, now do it. But switch characters. Okay, so Anna, you're B. Scarlett, you're Katie. Aaron, you are Edison, and you are Dylan.
Wait.
Who's everyone again?
You said she's Katie Aaron and she's Edison.
Oh shit! Edison, Olivia, Dylan.
I'm Olivia.
B.
Okay.
Olivia. B.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you guys ready?
What's the scenario?
Olivia cut her finger.
Yeah.
Same
Are you
scene.
done?
Oh my god! I just cut my finger. Ow!
You need to
Oh my
calm
gosh!
down.
But it hurts, Edison.
It's like the
This
more
is
she talks.
your fault. Edison, I can't believe you did this to me. You personally cut my finger yourself. How could you?
I have a first aid kit.
Of course you do, Dylan. B, can you help me with this?
I mean, I guess if you need my help.
Of course I need
Oh
your
wait,
help, B.
wait.
All
Let's
of your
do
friends.
Let's do our handshake.
Cut my
first.
finger.
Okay, let's do our freaking
Let's do our handshake.
I have a
first.
first
Oh my
aid
gosh.
kit, but it's in my
Of
Prius.
course they have a handshake. Of course they have a handshake. Dylan, can you believe this handshake?
Yeah, when you watch it, it's
I feel like my hair.
Oh my gosh, of course Dylan thinks the handshake is cool.
I tried to Pinterest handshakes. It doesn't work that way.
Ugh.
Dylan, that's really cool of you.
Yeah. That's it.
Maybe you could like show me.
Okay, did everyone forget that my finger is bleeding? I am the most important person here because I'm here.
Do you just want a Reese's in the meantime?
Yes, I definitely want to
Chill
Reese's.
out.
Thank
That's
you,
all I've
B.
got
It's
for
about
you.
time you paid attention to me instead of Dylan for once.
Oh wait, I need to check I need to take a selfie.
Okay, fine. What is that?
Yeah, 1,000 likes. And scene.
Sorry, I'm the worst actress.
1,000.
And
Ojai,
Alexis.
Yes, Obey. Maryland Blue Crowns are the best. I miss them. Send me some.
If I wasn't a child, I would donate. I love that comment.
I look over, Claire's chugging wine.
just stress. I literally forgot who everyone was in the middle of the scene. So glad.
Me too.
Thank you, everyone. You guys,
Also,
you guys kind of like my hair like this. This is kind of
Yeah, your hair looks amazing.
It's like
Also, I just
massive.
realized
you would have this little
Russians
pulley
are
thingy in front of her face.
Looks so cute, Anna.
That was nice, everyone. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a good acting exercise.
A
Ladies.
little nice acting
great.
exercise.
Break out of the box.
That was awesome. Thank you guys. Seriously, thank you guys for helping us to get to 5 grand. This is amazing.
Like, take
I don't even know what to do.
Thank you. Thank
you.
you for the Russian subs for the first episode. I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Oh, give it a shot.
Where
Give it a wild wet.
Okay. Please don't judge me. I really don't want to be offensive at all, but I'm actually trying here. You can.
She made Russian subs.
Okay, or how?
Please don't be offended, but I'm gonna try nothing.
6 Northport.
Thank you for making us Russian subtitles. It's amazing.
They're not gonna reply. Katie be like, "Oh my god, that was it."
She's laughing out loud. I'm assuming it's a wow.
What are your thoughts on people who didn't wear black for Golden Globes?
I think that sucks because like I would feel
Wait.
like
I got an opinion.
Oh,
Sorry.
I would feel like Anna right now when we're all wearing pajamas and she's not.
Oh wait, hang on. I'm gonna talk about the
But I
Golden
get
Globes.
over it, and I,
I
would
didn't
rock
get the
it.
memo, you guys.
Okay,
I think that wearing black was super important and brought attention to the message of time's up. But I also think that women are not obligated to speak up if they have had that experience happen to them. I don't necessarily think that every person who didn't wear black was not in support of the Me Too movement, but you have to understand that like some women just don't feel comfortable taking on that.
Here's my opinion. I have an opinion about that. I have much more respect for the women who did not wear blacks at the Golden Globes than I do for the men who did wear blacks at the Golden Globes and have been accused of sexual assault.
I think they're talking about men and women.
Right. Well, I have respect for the people who did not wear black more than I do for the people who tried to be part of the movement, who have.
I see what you mean. I smell what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
I smell what you're saying.
I think that the visibility was super powerful. The only reason it was powerful is because it was spoken upon. I think that wearing black is the easiest thing you can do to a formal event. It's literally the bare minimum, especially for the men.
Well, that's maybe why they picked black.
Yeah, like if it was like wear neon green in support of women, then like let's see who would have shown up for that. Wearing black to a formal event is actually the easiest thing that a person with money could do to show support to a movement.
Side note, designers must have been so pissed because they spent
it's
weeks
not
creating these dresses for these people, and then all of a sudden the day before, they're like, by the way, we're wearing black.
It's the whole thing is like really. But the reason that it was important is because then once everybody got there, it was spoken upon. Oprah spoke about it. Frances McDormand spoke about it.
Well, it's a cool movement.
What's her name from Big Little Lies? All of the women from Big Little Lies, but like all of them spoke about it.
I don't really care for Reese Witherspoon.
Okay,
you can leave my
Well,
house.
we were friends, but then you ruined your.
Sorry. I really only like Sweet Home Alabama. This is Genevieve. We reached 5,000.
Hey,
Thank you for getting us to 5,000. This is Genevieve.
Well, that's not my fault.
This is Genevieve. This is Genevieve. This is Genevieve. Genevieve.
I'm Katie Linstotter's understudy for the role of.
She's actually just Katie Linstotter.
You can catch
She's actually an understudy for the role of Katie Linstotter.
There was that stunt where Scarlett got pushed, and she's not even in that scene, but I was the stunt double.
That food.
Who was not on camera.
Also, you can catch your cameo in episode 7 in the car.
You may remember me from this.
It's so amazing.
Hey!
That beautiful look.
I had short hair at the time.
You did.
I thought this.
Oh my god, you so
You
did.
did.
I know. What?
You guys, we're getting
Guys, our
We're
food just
so
got here,
excited.
and it's so exciting.
You guys, I just got married.
Whoa. Okay. There's
Sorry.
a
Girls Club.
Do you guys like
Not
Halsey?
about you.
I like Halsey.
I don't know who that is.
I dig her music. The song she did with Justin Bieber. I'm a big fan.
I think she has a good voice, and I think that her producer is amazing.
She's not bad.
Good night, Amy Hartman.
Good night, Amy Hartman. Thank you so much for joining us. I just wanted to hear.
If you feel like donating before you leave, Also, that's an option.
I think it's called a tough.
Books. I fixed it. Hey guys, should I cut my hair?
Good night,
Too?
Catherine.
Yes.
Haugen?
Catherine, I keep thinking you're Catherine Heigl, and I'm like, wow, thanks for joining us, Catherine Heigl.
Should
Catherine Haugen. I'm gonna guess Haugen.
Thank you.
you guys should Dylan go blonde for season 2?
Well,
Vote now in the comments.
We're gonna need you to vote on this. I'm gonna need people's opinions. I do have a natural blonde streak, if anyone has noticed, that is right in the front of my head. So I know that I would look good because I've definitely got a little mini blonde bob.
Yeah, but you
for
also
Halloween.
have that little
I like the streak though.
blonde
I'm
streak.
just curious
Did you already
if
talk
people
about
I think it's cute.
want blonde Dylan. I'm just
Your
curious.
little baby
Wait,
blonde.
this is a great question. Do you have good gaydar?
Me?
All of us.
Who wrote Hi Genevieve?
Good night, Melina.
Me.
And no, because honestly, I until it becomes like a point of interest, I don't really see sexuality. Honestly,
My gaydar is amazing because I know everyone's gay.
I was gonna say my gaydar is all right because I assume gay until proven straight.
One of my texts said everyone's gay with straight tendencies.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Genevieve says.
Good night.
Off the screen, listen.
Claire, no one said Hi Genevieve.
Yeah, they
Sorry.
did.
Yeah, they did.
they did.
Who said Hi Genevieve?
Just scroll up a little. No, that was a lot.
Hey,
I feel like I know when
or
people are
Callie thinks Edison should do crazy color. How do you feel about lavender? I've been wanting to go.
She should go lavender.
I've been
I
wanting
should
to
go
go
blonde.
lavender.
We should talk about that.
What should I do?
You guys, I look really good as blonde. Look at
Should
my
Edison go
Instagram. I have a
lavender?
blonde bob.
That'd be cool. That'd be hip.
Yeah.
Guys, we're at 50-50.
Oh my god. Wait, I'm sorry, what's that? No. Donate more money so that Edison can get
That's what I was
done.
gonna say. If you want a blonde Dylan, we're gonna need a little bit more money because it costs a little bit more.
Guys, I work at a hair place.
You
I don't cut hair. Yeah.
yes, because I go. Oh,
Yeah. I
so
work at Floyd's.
so
I didn't know that.
But I've worked there since October. And
well,
I
hold
worked
on.
I
So
knew
our
that was
casting
great.
I've worked
director,
at Floyd since October.
our casting director Taylor.
I can't. So I can get them
She had a holiday party and it was like
We
White
did have
Elephant.
Edison's hair before the night's over.
We did.
Whatevs.
Yes.
And what I got was Sarah's gift,
It's
which
like
was a
one.
Nerf gun and conditioner, and I used that conditioner.
Did you just say you use a Nerf gun as conditioner?
No, I got a Nerf gun and conditioner.
At our Christmas party that you guys didn't go to.
It's like the best grab bag.
What Christmas party did was I invited?
Yeah, it was
Grab
it was
bags
Taylor's
are
party.
so
Something-
cool.
So yes, we're
Something
invited.
happened.
There should be Lindy Go.
It was in like December.
Grab bags are
I think
the
I
best.
had a party that I wasn't invited to.
No, you were definitely invited.
Donate
Oh, I
$100 now and
remember. I
get
was
Kitty
shooting
Aaron's hair.
What? What?
Get
Cece's a
little
fan of
lock
the
of
shoot.
her hair.
Yeah, if you donate now, I'll send you a lock of my hair.
You guys, another
Donate
serious
now
question.
and I'll drop some of this blood into a little vial.
Wow, that's weird.
Another serious
Billy
question.
Bob Thornton did it with Angelina Jolie.
Katie Aaron shaving her head. What are our thoughts and opinions on her shaving her head?
What are y'all's thoughts on me shaving my
I know,
head?
I haven't.
I know what the lavender menaces
It's
are.
anything. I just feel like a sick fade or
Interviews,
something.
like you have to
sick
watch it. She
fade.
like interviewed actual people.
It's all in
Right after she and
I support
on
this.
its own,
The
like,
lavender
show,
menace.
like,
It's a.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like try to tell the story and butcher it, so I want to like look up on my phone so I don't ruin it.
You've seen Sleeping Blade?
Can we have a picture to show you later?
That's good.
It better be
It's
good
already
like me.
What?
It is
It
a
better
creative
be good
thing.
like me.
It is a video.
Oh,
Is it
no, no.
What are we talking?
You better show me right now.
Wait, where's this?
They're talking about me
Just
right in
scissors
front of
in
my
my
face.
mind.
Who's Heidi Richards?
What can you pull off?
See, I think
I
shaved
know.
head. You're talking
But-
shaved head.
People really want to know if we watched Haley Kyogo's new video, and I'm
She's like,
kind of
Yes, we
down
already
to pull
talked
it up.
about this.
Can you give me my phone? I haven't seen it. I don't know.
Galpals react to Haley Kyogo's new video.
Yeah, Galpals react.
Okay, the Lavender Menace was an informal group of lesbian radical feminists formed to protest the exclusion of lesbians and lesbian issues from the feminist movement at the Second Congress to unite women in New York City on May 1st, 1970.
So we should all go lavender.
Yeah.
I'm
It's the Lavender Menaces are amazing. They talk about
pull off a
I'm gonna
half
go
shave.
lavender.
donate $50
We could do
and I'll
lavender
shave
too.
my head.
Yeah, but like, okay, at least lavender for me, and that's your natural hair?
Yeah. I've never dyed my hair in my whole life.
Neither have I.
Okay,
I
can we-
just
can we
recently
react?
did.
Yeah.
Number 2 Phillips.
Okay, we're about to do. Guys, I've seen this video literally 8 times already.
I haven't seen. I don't even know who this person is.
But you're about to.
You don't know who Haley Kyoko is? She's cute.
I think we should do this as a separate
I feel like
video.
we talked
No.
about Haley Kyoko
I don't
before.
know who she is. I'm gonna see this video immediately.
I know.
You guys see what Shark Tank?
I mean, I've seen Shark Tank. I don't know who anybody is.
Shark Tank, ooh ha ha. Is that where they take inventions?
Wait,
They're
are you
like,
guys
this is good.
Actually, though, have you guys watched Revenge Body? Because we've been watching it like crazy.
I guess I'll post her actually.
What is going on right now?
Just 1 second.
We're
gonna react.
to
Is one of
it.
the Kardashians?
Oh, is
running
that that
the-
thing where you put your fingers on so it just drop on your
Oh, I
face?
was
and then
about
it
to
just
know.
goes to your phone?
Yeah, I use it mostly because my in my
Oh,
car.
is this the video?
Yeah.
Is this her?
Yeah,
We're reacting. No, it's a really hot actress.
Is she in the video?
Yeah, clearly. This is the video.
She's okay. I like the chicken banshee who's always
Who is
naked.
that lady? Like, yeah, but she's just
That's Haley.
I need a drink. Whiskey in my tank. But shit is
She's on the side. She's laying on the floor like a model.
I guess. My next video came.
I care about her more.
I'm all good. Could you explain it to me that you should? What you've been up to? Who's been rubbing you good?
Is it the same house from Girls Like Girls?
Whoa!
Maybe.
Take your own date first.
Someone says, look at Oscar and says Revenge Body is the best.
Don't you worry, I can handle it.
She must have some good moves for that movie.
This was definitely a non-meaning production. I know this because I applied for
Oh, but look at their Hawaiian shirts.
Ooh, I like her dance moves.
Kelly. I like her Hawaiian shirt. And her shoes match it. So she's fly, right? If your shirt matches your shoes, you're fly.
But she's not a famous actress.
Her bangs are, I don't like them. I'd be like, who cuts those? That they make her head look like a dome. I'm just saying.
I just feel like the girls she plays,
I don't think she's into it.
with the exception of Girls Like Girls, I feel like in the last 2 videos she's put out, the girls that she has asked to play her love interest, do not, but they're not, they like have a lot of like, they're just like not out there.
You know what I mean? Dancing's fun. Awesome.
I really like her dance moves. I just don't like, I don't get it. Is she interested in this girl, but then also she's got a bunch of women laying on top of her?
Who
I
like
think
that
that's
not for me personally.
well, it's like the big, it's like,
Oh, but they're playing pool.
I think that's like the music video, like, trope.
Why is that gumball machine
I don't think
empty?
it has anything to do with like her. Romantic interest.
Why
I
would you
don't
have a
think
gumball
outside
machine
music
if there's no gum in it?
I don't know. I don't buy that this actress is interested in her.
But can we go back to the gumball machine that has no gumballs in it?
Someone says, I love how they're all reacting and Katie's singing.
This is good. This is all good. I think this is like reclaiming video girl territory.
Okay, that's kind of hot.
But
Holding hands.
but
You wait.
Okay.
Everybody hush.
Whoa! Whoa!
This has happened to me. Not in a bathroom though, in an alley.
Is it film or is this a music video?
Well, now they're kind of like both the same thing.
Oh my god!
That's intense.
Oh yeah, it is. Ah, the glories of a women's bathroom.
This is a house party.
I can be real. That mirror looks really dirty in the midst of all this.
I think it's like texture.
And then she fucking walks
It
away.
was like, I
Yeah.
appreciate
Okay.
that. She was on for a guy earlier. It's like,
Yeah.
not
Like,
oh,
okay. You want this?
okay.
Too bad.
Bye.
I didn't
Yeah.
buy it until the end. I didn't buy the lesbianics.
Yeah, I love that music video.
Let's be honest.
The lesbianics.
Let's be honest. Okay, so the brunette that she's flirting with.
Okay, but this is another one here. If you want to watch this one's Sleepover. Now we're watching Sleepover. I don't buy this attraction whatsoever. I just want
I like the wallpaper.
and
though.
Haley Kyoko's
Okay,
like from her.
But can I just say this? I'm sure everybody loves these music videos. Great on you. Awesome. Cool. Wait, cool.
Is
But
Shannon
then, like,
Burbage
no,
the
no, no.
person in the video?
No, when Clover camera thing, everybody was like, I don't want to watch
Wait,
it.
is Shannon the girl in the video?
No.
Who's Shannon?
I don't know. Shannon.
Someone I really
She's a
love.
YouTuber.
Guys, I'm so hungry. I want food.
Yeah, where's our food?
Okay, maybe we want to.
Oh, we didn't eat with y'all's react.
Oh,
That was just hypothetical. What you guys would have wanted.
Oh,
no.
great. It was just for the video.
I have to pee.
Okay.
Girl, I've been the side chick. Don't worry, you'll get over it.
It was double.
I was a side chick when I was 15.
Ooh.
I've been the side chick more often than I've been the girlfriend. So it's life.
If you don't experience life, either being the side chick or having a side chick, are you really young?
What?
Is there anything we don't know about you guys that you would like for us to know? You should answer for each other.
SZA is side
Yeah,
chick killing
Danielle.
music.
Is that how you pronounce
Got it.
SZA, yeah, SZA, yeah, SZA.
You guys can get your food.
I'm talking to them.
Excuse me, we're doing a YouTube live.
Is there
stream.
anything we don't know about you guys that we'd like to know?
What the
No.
fuck?
If you don't know, I'm a radical Chicana feminist. I'm a radical Chicana feminist who also identifies as Black. So, Black Lives Matter, intersectional
Can you explain
feminism.
what
I
that
know
means for an ignorant white person?
what.
Like
Chicana?
and also
Oh,
black.
Chicana.
You're Chicana and also black.
Well, those are just like, well, my mom's Mexican, and like Chicana, Chicano, like that is like an American, like a Mexicans living in America, like almost like very specific to California.
Okay.
But it's like Mexican American, right? Who have like who are it's just like, it's like Mexican American identity.
Yeah.
And then I just say that I'm Black because I'm also Black.
Oh.
But I don't identify as Afro Latina because I don't like my Black heritage does not come from Mexico. So like, you know how people are like, I'm Afro Cuban.
Okay.
I'm like
That's the part I was confused about.
yeah, no, like that's like my like Black heritage does not come from Mexico. It comes from like my dad's side of the family, and they were raised in America.
Got it.
Afro
Sorry, I'm
Latinx.
ignorant and white.
I do love the use of Latinx, but Bridget Douglas asked, "Are you Afro Latinx?" I don't know how I feel about like putting Afro whatever in front because I feel like that implies Blaxican. I'm Blaxican. Yeah, I'm Blaxican. That's great.
I like that.
Blaxican. I'm a Blaxican. But I don't like putting Afro in front of
Bye,
the
Wicked
Latin
Aussian. Have a good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
because I think it indicates that I'm like Black from a certain place, like Black from Mexico or Black from Cuba or Black from something. Afro-Latin people are from, or Afro-Latinx people are from that place, that country, that like Latin country, and I'm not Black from that country. I'm just Latinx from that country. If that makes sense.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah, so that's all. I just want y'all to know that I'm radical. So if you're gonna follow my Instagram, I'm not gonna be quiet.
My spirit animal is a donkey.
What happened to your fingers?
What happened to my finger?
Wait, no, someone else answer what your spirit animal is so I don't look like a crazy person just blurting that out.
Okay, so this is like a perfect segue into my radical. Like I think I'm probably the most PC person on Galpels. And so this one time when I was in college, we were talking about spirit animals, and somebody was like, "Hey, like that's like kind of appropriating Indigenous Native American culture," and I was like, "Oh shit." And so people started saying like, okay, if you want to talk about like what kind of like animal spirit you feel connected to, but like you're not Native, they talked about like using the word Patronus.
Ah.
Yeah. And so that's just like information that I'm sharing. I'm not like saying like, but like people, yeah, spirit animals like are problematic if you are not Native, but I think like a lot of people can feel connected to animals. But if the question is what's your Patronus, I've always been under the impression that coyotes were mine.
Ooh.
Coyotes, because coyotes are tricksters. But this is not a conversation that has happened a lot. So like if you're somebody who's like, oh, like my spirit animal is blah blah blah, like it's not a big deal that like you may or may not have known that that's
My spirit animal is a
verbally
seahorse,
appropriate.
if anyone was wondering. Do you want to know why?
Yes.
Because seahorse girls, when they get pregnant, they hold their babies for like 5 seconds and then they give them to the men and say,
That's so good.
peace, take care of those bad boys for a while. That's amazing.
My best friend.
And they're just so cute and they kind of always look pregnant. And I think that women look most beautiful when they're pregnant.
Chinese zodiac dog. It's the year of the dog. Dog.
Switch. You guys move it food.
Okay, back answer questions.
I'm a horse. Chinese zodiac. I'm a horse, and my sun sign. So yeah, someone asked about zodiac.
Are we eating
sign.
on real plates?
My sun sign is
So your
Taurus,
bowls.
which means if you're into the thing that connects your Chinese with your sun sign, I'm a gecko.
Oh my god, this is so good.
I'm gonna go get my food now.
Are there chopsticks?
Our turn. What's your zodiac?
I don't
Oh.
think so.
I'm a goat, I'm pretty sure. Or a ram or goat or whatever they call it.
No, that's not a thing.
Yes, it is.
That's the year.
That's what a Chinese zodiac is.
Oh, it's
Is the rest just
Zodiac. Chinese zodiac, I'm a cock.
Is the rest just communal?
I think so.
They are lightsaber chopsticks. They're not mine. They're Mama Sarah's. Wow. Wow.
I'm so happy right now.
I like to eat with chopsticks instead of forks because I like to guide my food, not stab it.
Are you a poet, Katie?
You know it.
What is your zodiac sign?
Scorpio.
Tell them I'm a
I'm
Gemini.
a Virgo.
Scarlett says she's a Gemini.
Are you? No, you're not.
Hey Gemini, when you come over here, can you grab me a napkin?
Sure.
Olivia is a Pisces, though.
I read that and I was.
How do you know?
Really?
Well,
Oh my God.
we'll discuss. Only out of laziness. Only out of laziness was going to ask that. So
Okay.
there's a reason, and that's actually very informative too.
Okay.
Me.
It's because she's like, well, you're a Pisces. How did you
This
know?
is what it would look like if Dylan and B were just like chilling watching a film.
It was.
Actually, let's stage it. Let's stage it.
How to do with fried tofu?
That's Katie's.
Katie, go.
Yeah, I'd literally be like, oh.
I'm gonna take.
Why would I be that far away? I wouldn't. I'd be like,
You can have some of my yellow.
aww, cute, you guys. We totally shared,
Katie
too.
loves Beelan. Wait, let me take a picture of
I love Beelan. We're taking a picture.
There we go.
A boat's in the roof.
I have to tell you something.
Oh,
spicy.
So,
It is spicy. We got it
this
at
is my yellow curry. And the rice too.
Oh, I'm excited.
Guys.
Oh, my hair is fine.
Are we still nice? Fun.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I just did a little photo shoot.
Romance.
But we actually did share food.
No.
Because Anna's vegan right now and I'm full pescatarian.
So we split it down the middle.
Mainly pescatarian, I eat fish.
The gay level just went through the roof right now.
Good night, oh hip. Russian subtitle lady.
Good night. Who's Gemini? Scarlett says she's a Gemini.
Even if you had to for me, I would be like,
No, I probably didn't. But I know.
It's pretty good, right?
I'm just in
I
case
took
one.
it out of here. Do you guys have sriracha?
No.
Spice?
I have Tapatio in my backpack.
I'm not gonna put tapatio on
Oh,
top.
look at that. She would be a Virgo. Virgo's so sweet and pretty.
Now we're eating.
Thank you. That's very sweet of you.
Hey, where can I find a fork?
I found it in the sink.
There's
Oh,
not-
no.
there's not any
Scarlett.
spoons.
What'd she do?
I found it.
Guys, ask us some more questions.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Wait.
Wait.
Not my reaction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Earlier, you guys asked who my first girl crush was. Or
Yeah. It's fine.
Wait,
Rude.
Charlotte, which one is the yellow curry?
the fuller,
Those veggies
the
are
fuller
really
one.
good.
The one that's
The
yellow.
fuller, the styrofoam
Hey,
circle.
the one that's yellow is
The one that's
yellow
yellow is
curry.
Oh, I found it. It's hiding behind the other.
Okay, so my first girl crush. Her name was Madison Blandford. She was in my middle school class for 3 years.
Oh, Madison.
And what hurt me the most was that she decided she wanted to do the semester-long book report with my best friend who had already stolen the guy that I liked. And it was really sad, and I left school because it made me sick to my stomach. And then I got in trouble because I tried to treat myself and make myself feel better, and I rode my bike to the nail salon. And my mom was like, if you're sick to your stomach, why are you going to the nail salon? And I was like, you don't understand,
That's true.
Mom.
It smells of like nail polish remover. That'd be like the worst place to go.
Because I was sick to my stomach because I was heartbroken, not because I was like,
Wait, when
ill.
was this?
In the 8th grade.
What was the question? First girl crush.
We were first girl crush. So
like
anyways,
legitimate one.
I forced my way
Not like
into
celebrity
that
one, right? Yeah.
that book report group. So, you know what? Whatever. I don't know where she is now.
Her
It's
name
fine.
is Sarah, and I lost my big card to her.
Wow.
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 You got shit done.
17.
It wasn't me.
Not this Sarah.
That would be so.
Wow. Okay. Would it be so bad?
Oh, look, Alicia's reading the same book as you. I have a question. What is it like to be dating your co-writer? How does that work for us?
Mm-hmm. Question seems very pointed.
Like, what is it like when you're writing? One of you's like, what is the aesthetic of you writing a script successfully and not breaking up and like writing it?
Or making out instead.
Well, we haven't dated for 3 years.
Okay.
Can we get you guys in
so
the?
they can keep their hands out of their pants.
I'm a Callie
Five
Sarah
times
fan
already.
more than even a Beelan fan. So let's get the writers in here to answer
I
the
should
questions. Please, 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 moms.
I should
please,
Karen Sally.
moms. I know Callie will. Yeah, we could just move the computer over to it.
eating.
We're eating
You're
too.
not gonna move. We're the
Okay.
laziest-
I do actually have that question.
We're the laziest live streamers ever.
I know, right?
We're just like, yeah, watch us eat.
But
I
like,
know, right?
we're so
We
like,
love you,
what
though. We
is
love you,
it? What is it like to be? I mean, you're both individual people, even though you're in a relationship. You're both individual people. So, what is it like to write a scene, and then like, how do you deal with like editing it
Disagreements.
between you two? Yeah.
It kind of changes. Sometimes we'll do one script, like we'll assign each other like a full episode, and then we'll write it and then like rewrite the other person's version.
Oh.
We did that a lot with this season. Other times we'll both have like, oh, I have a good idea for this scene. Let me just write this scene, and it'll kind of just like puzzle piece together the episodes. But it's normally the first one that's like
Does that ever
the
cause
process.
like? And be honest. Does that ever cause like?
oh yeah.
Fuck, I really liked that part. Why did you hate it? Or like, why did you edit
Not
it
my
out?
So much because
Not really.
we're like, yeah, we don't get like too attached to things.
Yeah, I don't.
You can't if you're a writer, and we're just like trust each other's judgment.
The only thing it was that Kelly really wanted to kill off Edison. And I was
No.
like, yeah, Kelly, you
She
can't
has
do
to
that.
go. I wanted to kill her myself.
Like, she wanted to come
That was
into
so
the
weird.
into the
She
show.
wrote in a character who just comes on just to kill Edison. It's unexplained completely.
It's amazing. Played by
It's like-
myself.
It's like the character's name is Callie Rose Tenney.
Pretty freaking weird. I don't know. Weird coincidence.
Well, I said no.
What?
That was the only disagreement.
No, that's not true.
That was a joke.
Oh, was it?
Do you know what's funny is that we all sat around and talked for like weeks after the show ended for season 1, and we were all like, this is what we think our characters could do. And for me personally, when I read season 2, anything I ever said was never used.
Except
What?
well, wait, what did you say? I don't
What did you
remember.
say? I don't even know.
See, I said a lot of things.
Is there a roller skating scene?
actual?
You know, what were things you said about Dylan?
Can I show up on roller skates to that one scene?
We just talked about like
That's
anything.
outdoors.
We could have. I can't say because then if I say it, then everyone's gonna know it's not happening.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Just about certain characters and what where we thought the storyline would
so
go.
good.
And I feel like it makes sense. Everything that's happening is awesome and amazing, but I definitely just did not see that.
What
all
about
of these
roller
things
skating?
happening with the-
I wish there was a roller skating episode, and there's no explicit roller skating episode.
We're saving up because the Indiegogo wasn't turning out.
Yeah, we can't afford roller skates, you guys.
I have them.
We had a roller.
Yeah, but we can't afford the venue.
No, it's just footage of us.
But
Yeah,
you know
that's
how
too
expensive
hard
it would be to like cost like to rent out an entire roller
Why
skating
would we
rink?
have to go to the skating rink? We could just go outside.
It's hard to shoot.
Damn it.
I mean,
Yeah. It's even more expensive.
ask
You have to
Renson
get
how
Howard
much
City
gorilla
College.
footage he wants, but
Let's see if we got any more donations.
Yes.
How are you guys?
Dropping my chopsticks.
What's going on?
What is everyone eating?
for chopsticks.
I'm on Thai food.
Thai green
What?
curry with soft tofu.
I'd see you with tofu.
Are you
I
same
have
thing?
curry. I think we're eating the same thing.
Extra veggie.
Yellow curry and Patsy.
It's just
So good.
Thanks. Inline skates. I'm okay. Skates or blades? I'm a blades.
Skates.
Blades.
Hey, help us make season 2 happen so we can get to season 3 and
Look
have
how-
a roller derby episode.
Look how cool
Yeah.
my face looks.
I feel like Olivia definitely joins a roller derby team.
Haha.
She would.
Olivia would.
Vegetarian.
Scarlet Red would not because she has bad knees.
What's up, guys? What other questions do you have for us? We've missed
Someone
a lot
asked
from
earlier
what
if we would sleep with Johnny Depp. No, he's been around too long.
Same.
Winona Ryder. Yes.
I used to Johnny Depp used to be one of my biggest celebrity crushes. I've met him. Fun fact. I was starstruck when I met him until it came out that he beat his wife.
Whoa.
I find that to be something that's very unforgivable.
He's trash.
But you know what? It's really sad. And I'm not saying like, yeah. I'm just saying like Kevin Smith said this. I love Kevin Smith. I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan.
I
He
love
did
Kevin Smith
Clerks.
as well.
I go to like as many of his talks as I
Wasn't
can.
he also on Degrassi?
Yes, he was, because you know why? Because when he was growing up, he watched
Wait, who was he in
Degrassi.
I love Degrassi.
He was Kevin
He was
Smith
Kevin
in
Smith.
Degrassi. He was Caitlin's friend, the comic book guy who always wore the hockey jersey.
Just
That's Kevin Smith.
That's just Kevin Smith.
That is he played himself.
Yeah,
he
he
played
did.
Kevin. So I love him. I think as a human being, he's just stellar. And so his daughter is friends with Johnny Depp's daughter, something Rose.
Lily Rose.
Lily Rose. And they're friends or whatever. They were in Yoga Hosers together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And he said that and he could call me out for this. Okay, if he did, I would probably jizz my pants. But like, because he would pay attention to me and notice that I'm there, and I've been like, I've been to all of your talks, not all of them, but you know. Anyway, okay, so he said that like he would run into Johnny Depp at like barbecues and stuff. And one thing that Johnny Depp says is that he doesn't. People be like, "Oh, how does it feel? Like, how does it feel to be such a successful actor?" And Johnny Depp would respond with, "I'm not a successful actor. I'm a failed musician."
He's being a dick.
That hurts. But like, think about it. If you're here to do one thing and you succeed at another thing, it's hard to not be grateful for that thing. But at the same time, that's not your passion. Ow. Plus,
He's
I
trying to
don't
be
believe
witty.
that
He
he
not his
screwed
passion.
up everything with Winona. How do you do it?
I've seen Johnny Depp talk,
Excuse
and
me.
I don't believe that
But
acting
lately,
is
though?
not his passion.
Well, it has to be if it's all you.
That was so
Yeah.
good.
I have very negative feelings about Johnny Depp. We don't have to go into it.
I don't, but I
Let's
also
make
don't know.
like, okay,
this
let's
person.
get off Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp
Yeah.
can
Sorry,
suck a
that
dick.
was a question.
Okay,
Why?
Johnny Depp. Moving on to either we can answer what are our allergies.
Sulfa-based products.
My brother too. He's
But
allergic
you know
to
what?
the drugs.
You know what though? There was a period of my life where I thought I was allergic to kiwi, and then my mom pointed out like 3 years later, she's like, "No, Katie, you're not allergic to kiwi." And I realized I got rug burn the same like week,
That's hilarious.
so I thought that thought my rug burn was kiwi induced.
I have scars on my inner thighs, my rib cage, and my back from the Bahamas in the summer 2017 because I went to the Bahamas and I ate conch, also pronounced conch. It's like a shellfish. I've never been allergic to shellfish before in my life. I was super puffy and I had hives, and I thought it was because the water. But it wasn't the water. It was the
Wait, did somebody ask an allergy question?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
what
what
your
we're
allergies.
allergic to.
allergic to?
I'm allergic to something in alcohol.
What?
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
Why are you drinking?
It's certain alcohol. Like wine's fine. It's usually raspberry flavored, like liqueur.
Ew,
What
weird. How do you find that out?
I just sometimes like I'll have a sip of something and I literally will break out in hives all over my face.
Ew, that's awful. That's so bad.
And so when I find that out, I just don't drink.
But like, are you allergic to raspberries or?
Oh, I love raspberries. But I've noticed in raspberry things, raspberry like vodka. I don't really drink vodka anymore. And then
Oh no, you're allergic to Chambord.
tequila.
I still don't know
Certain
what that is.
tequilas, I break out in hives.
It's like a liqueur. I'm allergic to penicillin, which is a really hard thing to be allergic to. But if I have it, I will die. So please don't give me penicillin.
Oh, penicillin.
Good night, Lou.
I don't know why I personified penicillin as a Lou, but
Who's that? Who that bitch is? Good night, Lou.
let's see.
Positive thing you've learned from each other.
Oh, I like that. That's
Ooh.
really good. I gotta think about that.
You know what I learned? I don't necessarily know if it's like I'm gonna turn off my lightsabers because.
I learned everybody has good taste in Thai food.
Instead of like most positive thing, something that we learned about each other like as an individual human, like as actors, that we didn't like when we first started. I'm not improving. Your question was perfectly fine. I'm just expounding upon that. So like Katie Aaron, I learned specifically that
She's breaking
yeah, individually.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
I have
So, like,
different.
that's a lot.
So Katie Aaron, I learned that sensitivity and emotional availability is so beautiful. Like, not only did I learn that, I already knew it was like pretty, like it's like pretty cool quality, but like I didn't know how beautiful it was till I saw it in Katie Aaron. Like, remember the time that we went to that monologue thing? It was like we went to this like. A friend of mine had like an open monologue about what it was like to be an American. Jim Neeb, he's like a great guy, great guy. And he talked to like all these people had monologues of what it meant to them to be American, whether or not they were an American citizen or they immigrated from somewhere or they were born and raised American citizen. And like I'm sitting next to Katie, we went to dinner and we went to this thing. And she's like the entire time allowing herself to be affected by every single word that somebody said. And that was so inspiring to me to be like, some of them I was like, oh, okay. All right. Okay. Oh, that one's really good. I'd be like, oh, okay. But then I would look over and she was like so engrossed in every single word that regardless of if she even like related to it or not, she was so engrossed just because of somebody's story. And that inspired me so much to like listen to people because even though I don't necessarily have something to relate to them on personally, the fact that they are speaking the truth is so valuable. So I learned that was huge for me, I think.
I realize the irony in this, but I'm like getting emotional.
Emotional availability is a beautiful thing. I mean, but some people aren't. Some people are shut off and that's totally fine. But like if you are emotionally available, that's not something that's wrong with you. So
You gotta go for them too.
I go for them.
No. You don't have to go for every single person.
I have something
But
quick
just
for
like-
everybody.
yeah.
So
Okay. From Katie, I learned how important self-love is. From Scarlett, I learned how important self-expression is. And from Anna, I learned how important individual experience is.
That's good. That's very thank you.
It's very vague.
Mhm.
I have
No, I
I have
get that.
specific
just
examples.
vague enough to sound perfect.
No, but I have very specific examples for each of you and the moments that I learned that from you. But that's what I learned.
What I think I've learned from all of you together, but like in different situations, is that I feel like I relate to people best when I can see what they're passionate about. And I feel like I've had different conversations with you where you're talking not about acting, but like about life, about certain things that I don't, for me personally, don't necessarily, not that I don't care about it, but I just feel so overwhelmed that I'm never going to know enough about certain subjects where I'm like, I don't know. And I feel like I can't make a change. And I feel like I see each of you choosing certain subjects where I hear you talk about it. I'm like, they're literally like going to move mountains in these areas.
That's what I'm talking about. Individual experience.
Yeah.
I told you guys.
No, it's so true. It's so
And
true.
they're all super passionate about certain things. Like, I don't know. It's really cool to see that people are so bold in it. Because I feel like there's certain areas where I'm very passionate about things and I like speak into them, you know? And
But you're so open-minded though, like the way that you have opened yourself to, because like I know a lot of people that are similar to you, like growing up I have, because you were Midwestern and I'm Eastern, so we're a little more Eastern than the West Coast
we're
side.
not LA.
And we both studied like musicals and stuff, like that theater culture. You do. I'm just saying, but you're very open-minded that way. It's your turn.
Okay.
Close this out.
So I want to start off with the person who has taught me the most important lesson that I need to learn in college, that like people were like actually trying to get me to learn in college as an artist, and I refused to do it because I was a brat. But Sarah fucking taught me that simplicity can be golden. And when we had first started,
Are you listening?
Oh, me?
yeah,
Talk about you.
No, the other Sarah that we.
the other Sarah.
Listening. I know
Yeah,
everything.
far
I listened. I'm
Okay.
listening. I heard everything everyone was saying.
The most important thing I learned was that like Sarah taught me simplicity, because with don't talk about my kittens. We ran into an issue about the set and like the number of extras, and there were just like all these bumps in the road leading up to like the week before, and we had to like crunch down. We had to downsize, and it was so perfect because of how simplified it was. And so simplicity is golden, and so like I thank you for that. And then with my pals over here, Katie Aaron, I don't know if you know this, and I think this is just like
Don't cry.
something I perceive.
Okay,
In my brain, you are like one of the most responsible actresses I know.
That's such a compliment.
Like I'm like, she goes to work and she's on network television, and she works for network television. How does she do it? Like you're like that.
I do that too. I look at you, I'm like, how?
Yeah, like
I'm a waitress. Like that's easy, but like, well, it's
not.
not easy. Waitresses, we
It's
work
not.
really
no,
hard,
it's not
but,
easy.
like,
And like
but,
I
like-
assume that like you didn't one day decide like I'm gonna put all of my effort into like working on a show that wasn't in an acting way, and I like very much respect you for that. Do you know what I mean? Like, is that like a valid thing that happened, or is that like a true thing that happened? Like you started working on the show and not an acting way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like that's fucking lit. Like to ask an actress to like do that because that's like your livelihood. That's insane. That's fucking crazy.
And then you got cast on the
And
show.
then you got
for
cast
doing
on the
it.
show, and
do you
it's
wanna
not
talk
like
about that?
savage.
What network
Go.
TV show? What is
I'm
it?
passing the baton. That was like that. Go for it. Go for it.
Ooh, it's called Wisdom of the Crowd. We actually just had our series finale this past Sunday.
What network?
It's on CBS. I'm in the last.
Oh, I like CBS. They did Twilight Zone.
Yeah, they are. I actually like met the writing staff because they took over our writing office.
Wait, the
Before they
Twilight Zone
moved out.
writing stuff?
Yeah.
Did you meet Jordan?
No.
But you saw the people that are going to be writing Rod?
Yeah.
Are they actually writing Rod?
They're very nice people. That's all.
Can
I
we
know.
talk about this later?
All I know is that they like our taste in K-Cup coffee because we shared a kitchen for a week.
Okay, that's a start.
Yeah, it's called Wisdom the Crowd on. I do not want to talk about Jeremy Piven. It's about it's very much a CBS procedural show drama about a man whose daughter is murdered and the wrong guy is convicted for the murder. So he builds an app to try to figure out who actually killed his daughter. And through building the app, he realizes that the app is more powerful than he thought it would be. And they end up solving other crimes in the process. So it's very much a CBS procedural in that every week they solve a crime. But there's also this very cool serialized story about them trying to solve his daughter's murder. So I play someone who works for this company who builds the app. It's called Sophie Crowdtech, and I'm in the last 3 episodes.
Yay! Where can I watch it?
You can watch it on CBS.com. Look up It's Wisdom of the Crowd. And yeah, it's good fun.
Oh, and I'm dead in the first episode.
Oh yeah, we're the pilot.
She's the pilot.
Okay.
In the pilot, I'm not acting. I'm purely on fire.
You also make a cameo in episode 13. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
I don't know if you actually make it on screen, but you're in. So episode 13 is about this conspiracy theorist who's been following Sophie since the beginning, and we go into his basement, and it's just covered in all these conspiracy theories. And your face is up on one of his conspiracy boards. And I took a picture of it for you. I'll send it.
That
shit
shit
funny.
that
happened.
And you know what? It's right next to John Benet Ramsey's headshot.
Yeah. It's a really fun show. I worked on it. I'm the showrunner's assistant. I still work for him as an assistant. I've been with him for 3.5 years now, and so I've been with this show since the inception of the pilot. So I'm very emotionally attached to the show as a whole. But I'm only an actor in the last 3 episodes. So
But you're an actor.
yeah, and you watch it. Watch that. Thank you. That was very kind of you to let me plug that. Our canceled
I wasn't planning on it.
Thanks for letting me plug our canceled show in the middle of our live stream for our show that's about to shoot season 2.
But you should be proud of that.
Yeah.
I mean, we
I am.
obviously see you with worth, but like to have somebody that has like an executive standing that also sees like that you have legitimate worth, because we already know that, you know. But like to have somebody else that actually has like a title, it's like that's pretty freaking cool, you know. There's like an add-on. So you should already feel justified knowing
you're
how cool you
famous.
are.
I'm
But
not
like,
famous, but thanks.
You're really.
Thank you guys. It has Scarlett and Katie's face on it. Definitely gonna watch.
yeah,
Go
how
watch.
weird is that? It's so funny.
It's so fun that there's 2 Gal Pal cameos in
It is.
They don't
It's
even
so
know.
funny.
They don't even know.
They don't even.
No, but one time I was looking through the BuzzFeed comments of the BuzzFeed videos that I've been in, and there was somebody from like a Gal Pal fan who was like, Olivia, what are you doing on BuzzFeed? And like that was really funny. That was really funny.
It's fun.
Flowers and Starlight. Have you seen the end of the effing world? I freaking have. I've been binge watched the entire show.
Wait, I saw it on there.
I saw 10 minutes.
Literally 20-minute episodes. It's not.
Yeah, it looks easy to get through.
It's
Like because of how
What
short
is it?
I don't know,
it's
it's a new
about
show.
this guy who's like, I'm a serial killer, and he goes, I just want to kill somebody, and he meets this girl immediately, and she totally has a crush on him, and they're British.
It's fiction?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's this
that's
whole.
what it's about. But are they both white?
So,
They are.
so actually, the cool
Of course.
thing, about the show is that they wrote like a little miniature like promo pilot with the same girl who plays the same girl, and they recasted the guy, and it's
Yeah, but they're both white.
it's kind of really dark.
Absolutely.
It's really dark, and I had really scary dreams after it. But
Ooh.
What's your favorite quote? From what?
anything?
I have a really, really long one.
I have
Okay.
one that was said to me by my mom's best friend. Washing machine sex is something you'll find out later in life. And I was like, what?
That would be your quote. That would be your quote.
Also, it's better to leave them wanting more than to leave them wanting less because I'm so fucking.
My favorite quote is by Aldous Huxley in Brave New World. It's by Bernard Marx, the character Bernard Marx.
I just fell into this couch and Katie. I'm
I
sorry.
liked it a little bit. But the quote is, it's weird because like I like the quote, but like I kind of like the way that I thought about the quote after I read it. The original quote by Bernard Marx in Aldous Huxley's Brave New World is, "I am I and wish I wasn't." Meaning I am who I am. I can't help it, but I really wish that I wasn't that way. I can't help it. But my addition to that quote is, now in my life is, I am I and I'm glad I am. Because even though I am the way that I am and I can't help it, and sometimes I am like, I wish I wasn't like this, I'm glad that I am, because there is nobody else that's exactly the way that I am. So somebody's got to do it. You know?
My quote's very similar. Or do you have one, or can I go?
you
Yeah.
can go.
Okay.
I'm looking at
This is
this.
a quote from Martha Graham. There is a vitality, a life force, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you in all of time, this expression is unique. And if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium and will be lost. The world will not have it. It is not your business to determine how good it is.
not how it compares, or nor how it compares with other expressions. It is your business to keep it yours, clearly and directly, to keep the channel open. Yeah. I love that quote because it's very, I think it's very similar in theme in that it is not your responsibility to determine whether or not what you are giving to the world is good. It is only your responsibility to give it to the world and let the world receive it as an artist. And I think that that's so important. I think like that is a quote that when I read it, it actually changed my perspective on being an artist. Yes.
Nice one.
That's it.
Cool.
Your turn, Hannah.
Mine's straight, simple. You've probably heard it before. It's from my dad.
Aw.
Why would you buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Why is that your favorite quote?
I think it's straight to the point. If you want to get respect, you can't give out things that, I don't know. I just think that if you want something from life, you're going to get what you give sort of situation. So if you're just giving things out for free, no one's going to appreciate you for the work that you have. But I do have a poem that I really appreciate.
Go on.
Okay, it's by E. Cummings. I love it, and I wrote it on my wall.
I
Okay.
love E. Cummings.
E. Coming.
Who knows if the
Yeah, that's poetry in motion.
Who knows if
I
the moon's
apologize.
a balloon coming out of a keen city in the sky filled with pretty people? And if you and I should get into it, and if they should take me and take you into their balloon, why then we go up higher with all the pretty people, then houses and steeples and clouds go sailing away and away, sailing into a keen city which nobody's ever visited, where it's always spring and everyone's in love and flowers pick themselves.
My only issue is like if it's always spring, like are spring allergies out of the question, or like they still think like that sucks.
It's a poem.
It's a poem.
It's metaphor.
Literally, flowers pick themselves. Obviously, it's heaven. It's
Okay.
amazing.
I got one more.
I love
Never
that,
had
yeah.
spring allergies.
One more of my favorite quotes.
I don't have.
I don't know if it's
Spring
responsibility.
is a metaphor.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
My mom always said, "You create your own reality." Like she fucking said that over and over and over again growing up. You create your own reality, and I feel like she brainwashed me into thinking I can control my life or something. Where's Claire?
It's a good question.
What's the better sex fantasy, delivery person or firefighter? Both.
A
Claire.
firefighter delivering the news that your house is safe.
Firefighter.
That's a sexy.
A
as it
firewoman,
gets.
obviously. Because like you're
Do you guys
probably
believe in
in
God?
danger.
I believe in goddess, La Diosa, and multiple deities.
I believe in people I knew who have like left us and now they are guardian angels.
I believe in God.
We are
Intense
we are $5,075.
What?
Yeah. Shut your freaking face.
This
Sorry,
this
am I
one's
supposed to
getting
talk about
deep.
God?
Huh? What'd you say?
Am I supposed to talk about God?
You're not
No.
supposed to do anything. You can do whatever you want.
You're not supposed to do anything. Pay taxes and die. That's what my
Do you
grandma
guys know if the campaign when it ends, does it end Saturday, like end of day, like 11:59 Saturday, or like
Good question.
like Friday, like Saturday, like
Like, oh,
I don't know that.
I don't fucking know.
I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know if you guys knew. It's just a question.
Why would we know? You're the one who said it.
Wait, wait.
I've done it
The
before.
Prince and Me are 27 dresses.
Prince and Me.
Prince and Me for sure.
Wait, I actually don't remember Prince and Me.
I
I
like
do.
James Marsden, but I like what's her face?
Which one's Prince and Me?
It's Prince and Me is Julia Stiles. I like Julia Stiles. Can we
Oh.
combine them?
It is Julia Stiles.
I like Julia Stiles better, but I like James Marsden better.
Yeah, I like James Marsden a lot.
So can we combine those two and like
I just
conglomerate
didn't really
them
like
there?
27 dresses.
I like 27 dresses. I like
All
them.
right,
Can I both?
guys.
Why not both? I'm
Maybe.
fine. I love both.
Time.
Okay, guys, I think it's about that time, says Sarah.
What?
I don't know. I think we're wrapping up.
Unless
we
somebody
are.
else has
Yeah,
a crazy
we are.
thing to
Wrapping
say.
up.
Yeah, sorry. We're like being really boring talking about inspiration and God and stuff.
So now it's time
So
to
now
go.
it's time for us to wrap it up.
Okay,
Thank you guys so
Hannah.
much for joining us tonight. We're dropping the links in this chat. Really, thank you guys for joining us tonight. We reached $5,000, which is really incredible.
Yay! It's like a nice round. safe number.
5,178.
Wow, that's amazing.
But we still have like a day and a half left. So share.
All right, we gotta do some shout
Share.
outs. We gotta shout out go back. We got a shout out to
MJ Greenbaum.
MJ.
Ooh, with $102. Oh,
Caitlin
McClellan.
Shout out to Anonymous for $20. We love it. Thank you.
Laura Jones.
You're amazing.
Michelle Ray Thomas.
Michelle Ray Thomas.
And another one for Cambry Schultz because she brought us to 5,000.
Cambry's one who
That's
brought us
right.
$5,000. That's amazing. Thank you guys for joining us. This is really it's like really incredible that we have people all over the world joining us to like watch us ramble and eat Thai food on live internet. Like, I still don't understand. It's really awesome. We're so excited to bring you season 2. So stoked.
So stoked.
It's gonna be amazing.
Also,
Amazing.
I want to re-emphasize that we love your engagement.
Yeah.
So whether it's on a live video or on photos in our individual Instagrams or the Gal Pals Instagram account or in the comment section of videos, we love to hear what your feedback is. We love to hear what your thoughts are. We love that you're having your own side conversations in the comments.
Yeah,
Like,
it's really awesome.
we are so happy to bring
we
together
want
a
you guys to
community.
be friends with each other
Yeah.
as well as ourselves.
So keep on thriving. We'll be back. We like these live streams.
I'm
obviously.
gonna do more of these, even if it's not like linked to
A fundraiser, yeah.
And I will wear my onesie in all of them.
And maybe one day we'll have that LA meetup like we talked about last time.
Ooh,
Yes. So until then, we bless you.
Blessings in 2018.
You bless us.
You bless us and we bless you. Blessings for you. May you be blessed in 2018.
And thank you for all the donations.
Thank
Yeah.
you for really big.
Thank you for the
And you know
money.
what? It makes a difference.
Thank you for being you.
Keep
Because-
donating. Tell your friends.
That's who we want to talk to. We don't want to talk to the fake you. We don't want to talk to the you that's trying to be somebody else for somebody else. We want to talk to you. So if you are who you really want to be in life, we thank you for that because you are our audience and we're proud to have you.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you
Love you
guys.
guys.
We love you guys.
Adios.
You're
See you
amazing.
next time. Thank you guys so much.
From us, gals.
To
you, pals. Mwah. Signing off. We don't know how to end this.
It's not a touch
So
screen.
comfortable.
The mouse.
Where's the mouse?
There's
Under
no
the thing.
fucking mouse.
It's under the
Oh. Bye, 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 bye.
Bye.